Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody see my AV? Are we good? Can everybody hear me? I'm looking down at the comments. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Okay, guys. I'm not gonna make this long. I know that there has been a lot of information, being shared out on the social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I've also listened to a lot of people's TikTok um, shows that they had where you're able to go on and do a show just like we do here on YouTube. People can do it on TikTok. I want people to know that my celebrity TikTok page, it is disabled. So um a hyena got me shut down. So my TikTok had a lot of quick updates, and as of today, it is no longer. I do have a backup TikTok, the Queen of Accountability. I already started it because I knew this was going to happen. When all this information started coming out, I knew that my platforms were going to be attacked. Um, I want to address some women that have been doing a lot of TikTok panels. Now, let me say this because people look at me like I'm the villain. People look at me like I am the devil. And if anybody knows me and they have followed me from day one, I never come on a podcast or go on Facebook and just openly look for trouble, right? Y'all know the way the accountability queen gets down. But you had a pack of wolves today and hyenas on a panel talking bad and negative about me and defaming my name. And I want to let you know that the recording has been sent to me and you're going to have a bigger problem to deal with, especially when you go out on a TikTok panel and say that I said that I'm not going to stop coming for Rhoda until I destroy her life. I never said I was going to destroy her life. I said I wouldn't stop until she is held accountable. Do not ever, don't ever put words in my motherfucking mouth. And then she proceeded to say, I'm scared. You should be scared of me. Because when you lie on my name like that, we got a big fucking problem. Y'all don't even know me. Y'all mad at me for holding a bigger hyena accountable. Yet y'all doing the shit that y'all saying I'm doing. You're attacking me and making up shit about me. Then you're going to be mad when I take it there. I can take it there. Then this woman proceeded to say, all I do is yell, but she listens to all of my shit. So I'm glad that you a weak ass fan of mine. Thank you. Thank you for being a fan. But what you will not do is make up shit about me. This hyena and the whole pack of wolves also said that they're going to do everything they can to get the rest of my shit shut down. So Twitter already got shut down, right? I don't give a fuck what they try to shut down. I can always start over. I don't care about that. I don't. But you're going to get this truth. I don't give a fuck. And I'm not going to follow the flock and believe a social media rumor that the guy is out there. I don't do that because when lawsuits come around, y'all bitches don't even got no money. You don't even got a dollar. You're bitter baby mamas that'll never be married. You're weak ass bitches. And then any men that came onto their podcast, they would trash them and bash them. Men ain't shit. Men ain't shit. Well, I wanted to clear the air. If you mention my name, you're going to have a motherfucking problem. Leave my name out of your thoughts. Don't mention me on none of your podcasts and then get mad when I come for your ass. Because I'm already handling business. But don't put words in my mouth. I don't make threats. I do the shit. I don't need to make a threat. I said I will keep coming for Rhoda until she is held accountable. That isn't a threat. That's not defamation. That is my opinion. And I mean that shit. Because she will be held accountable. So I wanted to start the live off just saying that. If y'all got something to say about me, don't start talking shit and then try to double back and say you're scared. You should be. Because I didn't come for you. I don't even know who the fuck you are until you mention my name. You mentioned me by name. You called me Daphne. So now you're going to have a problem. You just fucked it up for yourself. But don't ever put words in my mouth. I know what I said. And I'm not going to stop coming for Rhoda because now she's in a bigger hole. Y'all over here supporting all the shit you see on TikTok. But when did Houston police come out and say that they apprehended a suspect or they have somebody in question? You can easily go on Twitter and Facebook and type in Houston Police Department and you won't see shit that corroborates what Rhoda is saying. But you bitches will listen to one thing that she's saying and then spread it. Now everybody's saying breaking news. This man, I'm not even going to say his name. I'm not trying to be sued. But this man This man is who did it. This is who did it. I want to remind you guys that this incident allegedly happened on the 3rd, right? What's today's date? If I didn't put the fire on her ass, she wouldn't have had a name to make up. Y'all feel what I'm saying? How did we go from a misspelling of his name to you having a different spelling now with the full name? I contacted his mother-in-law. I contacted his family. He has a wife and a kid. So I find it odd how he would ask you for your number and his wife is built better than you. She got body. His wife is attractive. So I'm confused how this man that's married with a child in a business will come for you. Y'all got to stop believing everything you hear until you hear from the actual police. Y'all out here spreading this man's face around and y'all don't even know what the fuck y'all doing. But know that I did contact the detective. And she was so mad that she hung up so she can start handling business. Keep on doing your TikTok shows, Rhoda. You're helping me out. Every show you've done, I've recorded it. And your story continues to change. But when the heat got hot and it started to burn, you had to throw someone out there to deflect what Celebrity Podcast has been breaking since day one. So it's up to you guys to believe Rhoda, a person that has lied her entire life, criminal record, never being honest, even lied to the cops before. Y'all can believe Rhoda. Because let me tell you, a lot of these women, y'all love to paint this picture like she's innocent. She's not innocent. She's a liar, a professional liar. And this same person went on a podcast and spoke about me. And she also made a post calling me a verified scammer. So when you mention me like that, Rhoda, I have every right to respond. I didn't say shit about you for a whole day until you opened your big mouth, as big as that lump that was on the side of your head. You opened your mouth. When you called me a scammer, that is defamation. And then you lie about the facts. I don't understand why you keep digging a hole deeper for yourself, Rhoda. You could have shut the fuck up and let the chips fall and then apologize. I'm going to tell y'all one thing. It's up to you guys to believe what you want. But today I'm going to drop some receipts. You're going to hear it. And I want you to know that everything I'm playing is already in the atmosphere. So you can't sue me. You can't, I'm going to get her in trouble. When you do a podcast, when you do a show, everything you say is fair game. I just want you guys to know that you're dealing with someone who's good at lying and getting hyenas to believe her. I told you guys that women are the most gullible in the world. You could tell a woman anything and they'll believe it. Not me, but majority of women, if you tell them something, they're going to believe it. They actually believe that what Rhoda is saying is true. No, nobody thought to go and verify. You're just believing a TikTok post. Come on, you guys. Y'all better than that. Y'all know how I get down, right? I stay quiet because I wanted to see what everybody had to say. And a lot of people told me to say sorry to her. You'll never get that. You'll never get it. Say sorry to black men because you've been lying on them. I even got pictures of Rhoda with white men. It's going to be a little bit going on in the next few days, y'all. Every receipt I drop, she already put it out there. Nobody saw it. That's the difference. This woman takes pride and took pride on TikTok talking bad about white men, right? And Karens, white. But you took pictures with them like you were dating them. I got receipts, Rhoda. I told you to leave me alone. And here you are calling me a scammer. But you have no facts. Everything I'm going to say today will come with facts. Y'all know how Daphne gets down. So all those people who've been on these podcasts saying that I'm spreading lies, I gave you phone numbers. I gave y'all everything y'all needed. Y'all just didn't want to verify because you hate the truth. Women hate to be wrong. They hate to be wrong. And whenever their back is against the wall, they're willing to do anything to get out of the position that they're in. Even if it means lying on somebody. Y'all really think that this man went on a show and outed himself? He could have outed himself whenever he got questioned. When people lie, they keep lying. So I'm going to drop the first receipt since I got y'all attention. And everybody knows Rhoda's voice. So this ain't A1 technology. This ain't me talking like Rhoda. This is Rhoda. Last night, Rhoda did a podcast with a pack of hyenas and a wolf. Okay? She went on there and talked about her case. She went from that to today saying, this is who did it, guys. You got to listen to what Rhoda says. See, one thing about hyenas, they're so loud and emotional, they don't listen and process, right? They just start speaking. Rhoda said this out of her own mouth. I'm going to let you hear the first receipt, and then we're going to talk about another GoFundMe that this bitch is scamming on. I'm so tired of this. I'm tired of this, and I'm telling y'all, and nobody believes what I'm saying, right? Nobody believes what I'm saying. If everybody remembers when Rhoda got shut down on TikTok, there's a page right now. There's a page right now on TikTok that says Ro.reports with 2 S's. In the heading of that page was a GoFundMe for a woman named Aaliyah that Rhoda said was beat up. Y'all, I can't make this shit up. The guy started hitting her for no reason. Then he tied her up and then threatened her and got away. They're asking for $12,000. And Rhoda said, please donate there. My page is frozen, but donate there. Are y'all not catching on to this? And those hyenas and that wolf were just like, yeah, you are so courageous, Rhoda. Oh my gosh, you're courageous. How can somebody donate to someone else's GoFundMe and they're going through? Y'all don't see, y'all. I get so angry about this because it's logic, right? It's logic. She mentioned that GoFundMe like 3 or 4 times on that panel. And yet you only made $75. But guess what? There's going to be a freeze on that one too. So you fucking with the wrong one. I told you I was coming after you, right? Not in a physical way, but in an accountability way. I'm coming after you. You're not going to get away with what you did and what you said about black men. They even had Godfrey, the comedian, taking down his content that he said about Rhoda. Can you believe that? I haven't taken down anything. I stand 10 toes down on what I say, y'all. So when Godfrey removed his shit, I was kind of disappointed. I thought he was going to be strong about it. But if you are threatening to harm someone, yeah, you might want to remove it. I don't know if he said it. I didn't hear that part. So that ain't me. But I'm going to let y'all hear this first receipt. This was Rhoda last night. She was on a panel. And this is what she said about her case last night. I want y'all to remember this. This was last night. I'm not talking about a week ago, a month ago, but last night. So make sure you put this up to y'all ears because y'all going to love this. Hold on.
Case right now, it's gonna take a long time. I know people want an arrest to happen, but they still haven't even reviewed the cameras yet. I just talked to an investigator today, so they're probably gonna do that this week. They still haven't took him in for questioning. They do have his name. And there is some reluctancy of people speaking, but I feel good about it because they are asking for his phone records. So I think once they get his phone records, because he's a person who hangs out there often, and I just don't believe that he didn't talk to anybody and tell them what happened. I think he made that mistake. So hopefully when they get his phone records, there'll just be a confession in there, or some kind of thing that proves it.
Hold on. Are y'all saying y'all can't hear it? No sound? Are y'all serious? Y'all couldn't hear that? I need everybody to let me know if they could hear that so I can start it over. Could y'all hear that? Can y'all hear me? Shauna, can you hear me? Okay, so why is everybody saying they couldn't hear it? If you can't hear it, then you need to leave. Because when you say that, I have to stop. I want y'all to hear this receipt. This is good. I'll start from the beginning for those who just got in here. But I need y'all to, if y'all can't hear it, it's you. Everybody else, okay, thank you guys. Thank you. I'm going to start it over with y'all permission. Is that okay?
Case right now, it's gonna take a long time. I know people want an arrest to happen, but they still haven't even reviewed the cameras yet. I just talked to an investigator today, so they're probably gonna do that this week. They still haven't took him in for questioning. They do have his name. And there is some reluctancy of people speaking, but I feel good about it because they are asking for his phone records. So I think once they get his phone records, because he's a person who hangs out there often. And, I just don't believe that he didn't talk to anybody and tell them what happened. I think he made that mistake. So hopefully when they get his phone records, there'll just be a confession in there, or some kind of thing that proves it. But they're also going to be able to place, his location to see that he was there and that he left before the police came. So that's where they're at right now. And I'm hoping with the phone records that will reveal a lot more. And I don't know what the camera footage is going to look like. Again, it was 4 a.m. and it was dark, but I don't know. Maybe they'll be able to see anything. Also, when it comes to...
Okay, y'all heard that. Now, I just want y'all to know that she did this last night. So all those hyenas and that pack of wolves, they didn't want to replay this and go back and say, you know what? We just let her say all this and we didn't question her. I want y'all to know they did not question her. They let her just speak. She clearly said that they spoke with him. No arrests have been made. They're going to pull his phone records. They're going to look at his location. They're going to check the cameras. Why didn't they do that on day one? I have been calling the police like every other day. Y'all remember my recordings? Hey, I'm concerned. What about my family? Y'all over here running with this narrative that she's right, but y'all just heard her say, this is going to take a long time. Why, Rhoda? You already said it was this guy. Why would it take long? She said, I'm sure he told somebody, but wait. So we're going to be banking it off of if he confessed? But you said this is, y'all, I can't, come on, y'all. Come on, everybody. Even if you don't like me, y'all just heard this woman tell on herself. It ain't making no sense. It's already been 18 motherfucking days, right? 18 days. You just said this case is going to take a long time, yet today you just said, this is the guy who did it. I didn't want to mention his name because I didn't want to mess up the investigation. You've been saying Alan for the past week. What are you talking about? All you did was add his last name in his face. That's all you did. You've been fucking up the case. My question is, if you're sure it's him, why didn't they arrest him today? Because as of today, no arrests have been made. Are y'all not catching this? She's telling us that they still got to look at camera footage and they got to ping his okay. They cannot take this man's phone unless he gives them permission or unless they have a warrant. That's the way the law works. A lot of y'all are nurses, but none of y'all know nothing about the criminal justice system. They can't just say, give us your phone. They got to get a warrant. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And then she said, then they got to check his location from 18 days ago. He left before the police got there. But you said you stopped him from getting into one car. He got out, got in the other car, and drove off. You could have reported the license plate and the police would have had him. Y'all, are y'all with me today? Because if anybody's been following me, I posted all 6 versions of her story. She said they tried to stop him from leaving. She said he jumped in the car with black women, jumped out, got into the other car, left. She also said the guy tried to kidnap her. Are y'all with me today? The panels never ask her the real questions like, Rhoda, why did your story change so many times, boo? She would have left the chat. Y'all know what it is. But you're telling people that they don't have an arrest. They don't have enough evidence. That's what she's saying. Why would they still need to look at the cameras? They should have did that on day one. That's what police do. It ain't just TV, y'all. If anybody watch See No Evil, the first thing they do when there's an assault or a murder, they check CCTV. That should have been day one. We know that the owner went on TikTok, and I sent that to the detective. The owner said he checked all of his cameras, and her account did not match anything he saw on camera. None of that happened. He said fake news. Forget about it. That's what the owner said. So if they had surveillance, the police would have told them to give up what you got, and he would have had to give it up. They would have did that on day motherfucking one. But a lot of you gullible bitches, y'all believe everything she says because she's a woman. She's a woman. Y'all believe everything that she says except that second GoFundMe. She mentioned that GoFundMe so many times, y'all only donated a few shillings. Why y'all not making that GoFundMe go up? And notice how in all these podcasts, nobody's bringing up Terry, the black man that stood in front of a black woman and got his life taken, right? They're not talking about his GoFundMe though, right? But she mentioned a second GoFundMe. Y'all, I can't make this up. I can't make up the scams. She's doing this to herself. The best thing to do when you've been assaulted is shut the fuck up. You don't want to give nobody any opening to dismantle your story. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Most assault victims wait for due process. Then you come out and tell them what you did. But when you're lying and you need money because your back is against the wall, you're going to lie and keep lying as you go. Nobody with a brain that has interviewed her has thought to ask her, why does her story keep changing? You're now saying this is going to take a long time? Why? Why would it still take a long time? He should have been arrested last night. He should have been arrested this morning. Is anybody else putting this together, or am I alone on this? Y'all got to use your head. Now I'm going to drop another receipt. I want y'all to hear as this woman talks about a third. This is a third GoFundMe. And this GoFundMe is for the woman named Aaliyah. They spelled her name wrong in the GoFundMe. Once they spell it with 2 A's, the next time they spell it with 3 A's. So they don't even got the name right. And this GoFundMe has 3 names attached to it. And Rhoda was telling people last night, please donate to her. She had a concussion. Then Rhoda even said she had a concussion. Now, guys, I can't make this up. I want y'all to put the phone or your iPad or your laptop, stick it to your ear. I want you to hear Rhoda tell the panel she had a concussion. Everybody saw Rhoda's medical records. Everybody saw them. Nowhere did it say she had a concussion. So why are you making up shit as you go? And then she said, all the woman wants is $12,000. No, all Rhoda wants $12,000. This woman was assaulted by a man because he was mad. The woman he assaulted, she's an inspiring student. Who's a student? Rhoda. This woman wants to be a teacher. Who's trying to be a teacher? Rhoda. Guys, I can't make this up. This woman didn't have any health insurance. Who didn't have any health insurance? Rhoda. Yo, I can't make this up, but y'all still challenge me. Everybody that talks about me, they never post receipts to back up their claims about me because I only post the facts. So y'all, put that up to your ear. I'm about to play this, and we're not done. I got the biggest one. We're going to listen to the guy she's accusing say that he didn't do it. So make sure y'all are on this tonight because I'm giving y'all full access. So here we go. Give me 1 second. Let me get it.
Seems like she has a brain injury. They scalped her. They took off her hair, like her hair is off her scalp. She has pictures to prove it. I think in the description she said that she was tied up as well. So I cannot imagine, that level of trauma. So I just wanted to. Her name is Aaliyah. I put it on my Instagram, and I want, I know my GoFundMe is frozen, but hers is not. There's nobody coming after her. So let's get behind her. Did you guys hear what I was saying about the concussion part? I was talking about the girl.
Yeah, yeah, they heard that.
Right, they hear that. Okay, yeah. I just wanted to say that, she's only asking for $12,000, but she has a brain injury and concussion. And I, as a person who has a concussion, I know those CT scans are expensive. And every time you come in, they want to see your progress. I don't know if she knows how bad it's gonna be, but she needs our support. You know what I mean?
I have to go back because I think some of y'all missed when Rhoda said she had a concussion. We all know that the report never said anything about a concussion. So why would you lie to promote someone else's GoFundMe unless it's your own? Y'all, I can't make this up. Daphne never misses when it comes to receipts. I listen. I analyze. I use logic. You hyenas, you use emotion because you're baby mamas and you know what it's like to be a baby mama in a cum bucket. That's what it is. See, y'all talk down on men every day because that's your life. But I want to just rewind it back. I want y'all to listen when Rhoda said she had a concussion. So I guess they forgot to diagnose that day. Doctors do make mistakes, right? Okay.
She has a brain injury and concussion. And I, as a person who has a concussion, I know those CT scans are expensive. And every time you come in, they want to see your progress. I don't know if she knows how bad it's going to be, but she needs our support. You know what I mean?
Right.
Y'all heard that. She said she needs our support. So Rhoda is promoting a second GoFundMe. Gail, I need you to post that GoFundMe link in the comments so everybody can laugh. I can't make this up, y'all. Rhoda used this platform to mention this woman's GoFundMe that's supposed to be somebody she don't know, named Aaliyah. right?
An invisible woman. No police
Okay. Now,
reports.
now, 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 I want them to listen to this because I'm telling you today, those people that don't like me, they're listening to me today. I know they listen to me because they mention me by name. They love me. They love me. I think they want to date me. I think they want a piece of Daphne. But let me tell y'all this. Let me tell y'all this and make sure you listen to this good. I called the Houston Police Department and I said, I'm concerned about this person who was basically tied up, beat the hell up for no reason, just for being a black woman. I'm concerned. They have not gotten any reports about this case. But since y'all want to play, I made sure the detective has this GoFundMe and they're going to freeze it. So, Rhoda, I want you to know this GoFundMe won't last long. So enjoy it, or you better cash out, take that $75 because it will be frozen. It is going to be frozen. Y'all not going to reach no 12K. Y'all got to stop scamming. And Rhoda told y'all this woman needs our support. Wouldn't this be on TV? I think this is worse than the brick. This woman got tied up. Y'all got to read the description of what she said happened. Me and Shauna, we both laughed. I said, this sounds like somebody we know. Rhoda, a man approached her upset. The woman responded and he started beating her. Does that sound like something that happens every day, y'all? And this happened 2 days after Rhoda. They're trying to create a pattern so that what Rhoda is saying matches. Wow, that could have been the guy with the brick. He was mad that Rhoda didn't give him his number, so he hopped in the first car. They stopped him. He hopped in the second one, drove, and then went and slept outside for 2 days, and then got this woman, Aaliyah. Guys, I can't make this up. Shauna, did you want to add to that? Because I know you saw the GoFundMe too.
Right. No, I was just going to say it's an invisible person. There's no reports of a woman being tied up, getting her hair snatched out. And if you look at the pictures, the picture that they put on the GoFundMe, like, that looks like alopecia. There's no blood, nothing. It looks like new growth coming in.
Did Gail put that link in there? Can she hear me? Gail, did she
I'm
put that
not
link in there?
sure.
Okay, she probably didn't. Hold on, let me see. She should though. She'll put it in there. Y'all can go and look at it for yourself. Again, the pictures. She even said that the woman had pictures. The two pictures are close-ups of a bald head with some hair hanging out. It looked like she said, it looks like alopecia. If somebody scalped you, you're gonna be bleeding. I know people that got beat up in a fight and they got their braids pulled out of their scalp and they bled. Wherever that hair was, they had some blood. This is a smooth bald head with a couple strands of hair.
And another thing, I don't know if you're going to play it or not, but
What?
she mentions this woman's GoFundMe like 5 times after she's, comes across very salty that hers is frozen.
Yeah, she said mine is frozen. She said mine is frozen, but they didn't get to this one yet. I figured you'll say that. I got to that one. I got to that one. Everybody, if you look at where Gail just posted the GoFundMe, she just posted the GoFundMe. That link you see, click on it real quick and come right back. Y'all gonna laugh your asses off. This is a GoFundMe promoted by Rhoda. And see, the women think that Rhoda is trying to be nice to someone else while her money's on a freeze. If my money was on a freeze, I'm gonna do the best I can to make another way to make money. If I'm a scammer, this is what they do. When her TikTok got dismantled, this GoFundMe was on that TikTok, and somebody called it out. They said, "I saw that TikTok on that fake page that's claiming to be you," and Rhoda said, "Report the page." She has to go with the lie, and then a few moments later, we go back, and the link is gone. The link is gone. And I want y'all to know this page, this GoFundMe, hasn't even raised that much money. So that tells you how many people believe Rhoda's story. You was all on that panel with all those people, but how many of them donated, Rhoda? They know she's lying, but they're using her story to fatten their pockets. They know she's lying because a real journalist or a real person that runs a podcast, they're going to ask the real questions. The guy wouldn't let nobody on that was indifferent than what she was saying. If you said, I don't agree, you were kicked off. You had to support what she was saying. That's not how a podcast should run. You want to give everybody a chance to speak, right? You want to give it. Now, I do have somebody that has been digging and they found a lot of stuff. Let me drop this link in the comments. But look, before I let anybody actually speak, I'm gonna drop the biggest receipt of everything. Because I don't need to do all this. I'm gonna sit here and take my time and shoot the breeze, and then I'm gonna hit you with it now. So we're gonna get to the biggest part of this show tonight. So We all know, I'm gonna call him by his first name, not gonna address him by the last name because I already said his name. My dumb ass. Okay, so Arlen, we know that that name has been floating around along with his picture. I also saw people have doxed him. Now, I have not doxed him. That's not my job. But people have been posting this man's address. They have been posting his family. He is married. He's married with a child. And his wife, phew, I just can't believe what Rhoda's saying just based off of what his wife looks like. I'm sorry. What I do believe is maybe you felt like you were in competition because her body looks more realistic and maybe y'all got into a fight. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is that the word on the street and on social media is that this man came out and admitted, which I ain't never met nobody in this day and age that will come on a show and say, yeah, I did it. When you know people can record, save, and send, right? That's the world we live in. And that can be used in court. It can. If they can match his voice to him saying it to an officer, they can definitely match up the decibels and everything, the tonality, and say it's him. What man in their right mind gonna get on there and say I did it? I want you to know that the man wasn't on video. It was only his voice. That was it. And this part of the evidence I didn't see on none of these women's podcasts. Why aren't you posting this part? Because they don't want to discredit their God. Ro, they don't want to discredit her. But me? Oh, you know, I'm gangster with it. I also want you to know that Rhoda said, and I gotta find it because I didn't crop it, but I will find it. She said that she has brothers that will fight for her and defend her, but she will never ask them to defend her if a man hit her. Why? Because she doesn't want her brothers to get hurt, or she doesn't want her brothers to go to jail. So you wouldn't put your brothers in the line of fire, Rhoda, but you would tell a stranger to do it? Guys, I can't make this up, and I'm gonna find that part. Okay, but I'm gonna play the voice recording of the guy that she's accusing who did a panel today and said he did not do it. And then anybody can save this and send it. I'm going to post it on all my social medias because I like to share what's real. I'm not going to share a picture of someone and it says 10,000 on it and say, that's who did it. No, I don't do that. That's how you get a defamation suit because you have no
Right.
facts.
A
Thank
lot
you,
of
Sonia.
women, yeah, a lot of women are sharing it, saying he's bragging about it, and he's
There's no
not.
bragging, guys. So look, everybody knows that they've been adding to it. You know how hyenas are. They like to add to it. He was saying, I loved it. Oh yeah, do it again. There is no audio of that. Where is it at? Because if that was the case, he would have been arrested today. It would have been an open and shut case. That's it. So guys, here we go. I'm about to play this big part. So if you say you can't hear it, that's on you.
Yeah, how? Because it seems that Mike, from what I'm hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong, like you seem to be like confident that she did not get hit with a brick by anybody, right? Now we established that you didn't do it, obviously, but like, what makes you rule out the possibility maybe somebody else did, and we need to go find that culprit? Woman hit in the face with a brick in Houston says man attacked her for not giving him her number, right? You say you stay in Houston. Now, me with my logical mind, right? The day that lady gave me your name, right? I don't know if you lived in Houston or not.
Right. So I get what you're saying.
No. Wait. Hold on. Let me finish, bro. Let me finish.
Goes to the same.
I'm not pinning you to that. I'm just saying that the fact that you live in Houston, it happened in Houston, and then she mentioned your name of all people to mention in the world, or people that live in Texas, bro. Texas is a big ass state, bro. So everybody in Houston. There's mad black men in Houston. You of all people? So I'm like, all right, it could be a narrative. It could be a play. So I contacted you. I told you what was going on Clubhouse, right? And now we're here, and I'm telling you, all right, you got the chance to get the business cleared.
Right.
But like the thing is, right, what I'm seeing on social media is that she got hit in the face in the brick in Houston. You live in Houston, and she mentioned your name. So
I can't speak more about that, but nah, I mean, you're I agree with you. It sounds you're not getting the whole thing.
So you swung the brick, but you plead the fifth.
I've never hit nobody with no brick, boss.
What did he say at the end? I've never hit nobody with no brick, boss. So we know on the street you call your buddy's boss. He said, I never hit nobody with a brick, boss. Simple. Y'all over here creating the narrative. And he chuckled because it's funny. If I was being accused of something that I didn't do, I'm going to say, I just told you I didn't hit nobody. He clearly said at the end he did not hit no one with a brick. And then at the beginning, he said, you're adamant that she never got hit with a brick. So where was this part on social media, y'all? Why didn't they post this part? If this is really the guy that they're saying did it, why didn't he admit it here? Because I didn't hear it. I didn't hear him say, yeah, I did it, and I'll do it again. No, but that's what they're spreading because they're trying to make that louder than what I'm saying. And I'm telling you, I don't believe this. I don't. The man said he didn't do it. So why are y'all spreading this man's life out there and you just put a hit on his family? I had to call the detective. They had to send units to all the addresses he had on file. That's how serious this was. I said, this black man is in trouble. In big trouble. This ain't a joke. This is not a joke. And I told her, I didn't hear him admit it. Here's the proof. So what are we doing? Why would you let Rhoda spread this false rhetoric like that and you guys didn't get in front of it? And let me tell you something else. I told you guys that the Shade Room follows Rhoda, right? They still do as we speak. They were the ones that posted she was assaulted. They're also known to post an update. Hey, the update on the brick lady. We found an assailant. More details coming soon. How come the Shade Room didn't break this news? They'd be the first ones. I'm not breaking it because it ain't true. See, the Shade Room said, we want to break it, but if we do and we're lying, he could sue us. That's why I'm not posting his face. I can't do that. I can't do that. I just can't. I don't have no proof. From what I know, that ain't right. That ain't it. They wouldn't send units there if they thought he did it. He would have been arrested the first time they supposedly questioned him like she said they did. Then they're going to get his phone records. You can't do none of that shit unless he's detained. It's not your property. You cannot sit there and make up what they're going to do if that's not what's going to really happen. If this man really did this to Rhoda, we would have known that before this 18-day mark, y'all. But I was putting too much heat. This case sat there, and I kept harassing them, and then they assigned it. Then she added a name. Oh, it's him, but no description. That was after I've already called. When I called on Wednesday and Thursday, they didn't even have a name. But then Friday, they got the name. I can't make this up. I can't make this up, y'all. It's like as I kept putting the heat under them and calling the police, they kept adding to the pot. Now they have a name. He's been confirmed. Remember, she said he's been confirmed, identified. That was Thursday. It's been a week since that post, and now he's confirmed and identified again, but no arrest. Y'all, I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Only people with a brain will say, Daphne, you on to something. You're right. Y'all don't have to believe what I'm saying. I only believe what's put out there. How you going to say on Thursday he was confirmed and you had all this information, it was passed to the police? It's been a week. Where's the arrest? If that was confirmed on Thursday, on Friday, the club opened up. Get the surveillance, match it up, arrest him on Friday. Guys, it's been a week. The man ain't arrested. So y'all really gonna believe Rhoda over the police? Or are you gonna believe it when I call the police and drop another voice note? Is that when you guys will believe me? Because that's all I've been doing. That's all I've been doing. I'm telling y'all now. They didn't post about it. The police didn't say nothing about this. They didn't. So you guys can believe Rhoda all you want, but we all know the truth. The real people know the truth. Y'all just heard 3 different receipts. Her biggest thing was promoting Aaliyah's GoFundMe. Aaliyah Rhoda. That GoFundMe got 3 names on it. How come the beneficiary is not Aaliyah? She's the one that was suffering, right? It's under somebody else, y'all. And then how do you spell the victim's name wrong? See, when you lie, you don't spell shit right. We know that too, don't we? You're in journalism and you can't spell? Something ain't right. Something ain't right. So guys, I did drop the link. Did everybody see the link? I'll drop it again. I am going to put these receipts on my page because everybody thought I was quiet because they thought I was going to give y'all, I'm sorry. No, I was quiet because I was working and I was making sure I had all my ducks in a row. That's what I do. That's what I do. I don't sit there and just go off of everybody's post and then go with everybody, what everybody's saying why it's hot. All I'm saying, if I was you content creators who's been posting that man's face around, if I were you, I would take it down. And I'm trying to be cool. And I don't even have to tell y'all that. If you want to get that money and you don't care and you'll pay for it later, leave it up. Because I would never post somebody's face unless I knew for sure. Okay, the police did report this. Okay, now it's fair game. But you can't just take someone's picture and say, this is the guy who did it. That's defamation. And then everybody's also saying that Conscious Lee said NBC confirmed it. I want to let y'all know again, NBC Black, there's a difference. There's NBC and there's NBC Black. Do y'all get what I'm saying? That's a vertical of NBC, but it's not NBC. NBC Black is for black motherfuckers. NBC Latino is for Latino motherfuckers. NBC Asian is for Asian motherfuckers. NBC Out is for the LGBT community. It's verticals. Please mute. It's verticals. It's verticals of NBC. If you go to the actual NBC page and click on investigations, type in Rhoda Osmond. You're not going to find shit. That article she did with 2 black women who run the vertical of NBC, that's a low level thing. It's only on the internet. I keep telling y'all motherfuckers, but people like Conscious Lee, he wanted to put NBC broke this, NBC, but they're leaving out the BLK. That does make a difference. NBC didn't break that shit. NBC Black did. And they got 4 different verticals for 4 different types of minorities and communities. That's what they do. It ain't special. NBC Black is like the Shade Room. You won't know it's there unless you go on the internet. They have no channel. What channel was NBC Black and Asian and Latino and Out? What channel? You don't have a channel because it's a digital platform only. So anybody that didn't go on the internet, they didn't see that fucking article. Y'all didn't even know the article existed until Rhoda put it out there. That's how I know y'all some fraud motherfuckers. Y'all fraud. The NBC Black page got 50,000 followers. I got 87,000 on Facebook alone. I'm NBC Daphne. Call me NBC Daphne. I got more followers than they do. But the real NBC got about 4 million. Y'all see the difference? If they have to put your race behind it, it's not world news. It's exclusive to just that race. Y'all, I can't make this up. And no matter how many links I give y'all, y'all still gonna believe Rhoda, right? That NBC broke her story. Y'all get real. Because Channel 2 is NBC Houston. In Houston, Channel 2 is the 4th largest news station in the nation. And she didn't go there. She went to NBC Black. So do you think white people heard that article? No. Do you think Mexicans heard the article? No. Chinese? No. So then it's not world news, fool. If she went on Channel 2, they would have aired it in the nation. Do y'all get what I'm saying here tonight?
Yeah, didn't she say she declined it? Declined other?
Yes. Rhoda said she
And
declined. She declined and that all these news people were reaching out to her and she declined it because she wasn't ready to speak. But she's been on 10 panels since the incident. 10. So you'll speak to panels before the news? Who can find the brick and the man? Yo, I can't make this up. It's on that same podcast. Ain't nobody reaching out to her. I called Kay Houston. Listen to me, Rhoda. I called Kay Houston and ABC 13. 2 major networks in Houston. And they no longer want your story. Why? Initially, when you got hurt, they were looking for you. Janelle. Janelle is a really good reporter for KQ11. She said, Daphne, I'm trying to reach Rhoda. You know where I said, I don't know. They tried to reach her for 3 days initially when it happened. And she was on TikTok, but ignoring the news. So, y'all, I can't make this up. Anybody that wants an assailant to be arrested, they're not going to go on TikTok over the news. The news is going to help you. But guess what the news does? They verify. Remember, she has a journalism degree. She knows that the key thing in journalism, you verify. See what I'm saying? So she's not dumb. She's just dumb. Y'all feel what I'm saying? All I'm trying to tell you guys is she ignored them. When I called them last week and said, hey, how come y'all still haven't reported? We don't want the story. I had the police report number. We don't want the story. Have a good day, ma'am. And he hung up on me. They were rude as fuck. They were nice to me at first. And I want y'all to remember something. When Rhoda said she got attacked, I made a post that same day. Timestamps don't lie. And I said, I called the non-emergency number. They didn't hear of this happening. Who called 911? It's been 24 hours. Why nobody called? I called for you and the cop said, hey, we ain't heard about this. I'm not on TikTok. I said, but sir, she was assaulted with a brick. And then every day I called, They still didn't have any information until I started getting on their nerves. Do y'all get it? So when I tried to help the black woman, y'all still attacked me, right? I'm wrong for calling and reporting it for Rhoda. I reported it for her, guys. It just didn't go nowhere because they had no details. But y'all forget that. All you feminists and hyenas, y'all forgot that I was the first one to call. I called for her. I said, no worries. I called them and gave them your information. How am I wrong for that? Oh, because you didn't believe the black woman. Well, the black woman didn't call 911 yet. And then it was on the next day that I found the 2 GoFundMes. And I was the first one to break that. Y'all don't have to give me my credit, but I broke that a day after it happened. Then y'all started recycling me. So I'm going to always be the originator. But I want y'all to know I did try to help that black woman on day 1. But y'all don't want to give me my flowers because y'all think I hate black women. I don't like when black women lie, but I don't hate them. So y'all can say what y'all want, but y'all heard 3 recordings. Tell me where he said I did that shit. Y'all believe in a post because she said it? That's him? She also said she didn't get attacked. She didn't get attacked in 2020, right? And then we proved that she was lying on that too. She also said that he tried to kidnap her. We proved that she was lying on that too. Everything she said, I disproved it. And yet y'all still think that I'm the villain? I just want the truth. And let me ask you this. If Rhoda was telling the truth, why would GoFundMe freeze her account? I didn't do that by myself. Let me tell you how that works. When you report a GoFundMe, they investigate. And when they conclude it, they will email you and let you know. I've had many of them shut down, 11 last year. So I know how it works. But this time she went on the panel and said, my GoFundMe is frozen, but not hers, not Aaliyah's. They didn't get to her yet, right? In order for a GoFundMe to be frozen, law enforcement would have to intervene. I didn't get her GoFundMe frozen. Somebody in law enforcement did. But if this woman already had the name and the description, why is her GoFundMe frozen, you guys? Hello? Am I speaking to myself? Because Rhoda made it clear it was frozen. Only law enforcement can get that shit frozen. Civilians can get an investigation launched. Y'all see what I'm saying? Or am I hitting y'all too hard tonight? All these people don't listen to what she says. They just nod and say, yes, queen. Yes, queen, you're so right. Y'all don't even think to even analyze what she's saying. It don't make sense. A frozen GoFundMe? I ain't got that type of pull. But the police do. Look it up online. Y'all see what I'm saying? So why would they do that to Miss Rhoda? She said GoFundMe was supposed to reach out to me last week. I haven't heard from him since last week. Well, but did last week you had him confirmed and identified? So why is your GoFundMe frozen this week, Rhoda? Rhoda, why is it frozen this week? It wasn't frozen last week, and you identified them. You should have got your funds, baby. Yo, I can't make this up. I'm not alone in this investigation. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm not going to spread the false rhetoric because I know it's bullshit. I know she's lying. You can send all your little goons here to try to shut me down. I don't care. But the truth will always stand. It will always stand. You can do your best to shut me down, but I'm going to still come back stronger. You got my TikTok shut down? Congratulations. I didn't give a fuck about that TikTok. I only have 5,000 followers. I hate TikTok. TikTok gave me like 30 violations this year. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck about TikTok. I made a new one. Get that one shut down and I'll just keep creating them. I don't care. Y'all just want to be TikTok famous. And I'll still get you. I will still expose you. Okay, so let me see who I got on the panel. We got, okay, I'm going to go with Lori. You were first, and then we'll go around. Go ahead, Lori.
Hi, how you doing? I know you're upset. I should have said that. I shouldn't have asked you that. I'm sorry.
Lori, hold on. You sound like some feminist. Lori, you've been
Yeah,
following me too long. You've been
I know,
following me
honey.
too long. Okay, go ahead, boo.
All right. Real quick. I noticed something really important yesterday. I'm sorry too. I'm sick, so anyway, yesterday, in the chat, I said it a couple times, but I knew you just wanted to get the important information out yesterday. When you had said something about the missing tattoos on her face, immediately, I thought to myself, I had just seen a program about how deep, the tattoo goes and all the stuff about the removal and how you get swelling with that. And AOK mentioned fillers, and how you mentioned she had the mask on similar to your picture at first and stuff, and I thought, she could have spaced that out and planned it that way, because you don't have to go. It depends how fast you want that tattoo removed, and it's going to cause swelling.
I think
You can
Please make
go.
except Lori. Hold on, Lori. Please make sure you're mute because I don't want to hear static. Thank you, guys. Go ahead, Lori.
You can go and you get it done. It's very painful and it causes swelling. And it makes sense because it would be on that one side of the face. And then if she just, if she went for a couple sessions and left it alone, it would have faded pretty well. But she would have had to have gone, depending, like I said, of how dark or how big the tattoo was. She would have to go again, which I thought to myself, sorry, I thought to myself, that must have been the second GoFundMe or the third one, to cause swelling again suddenly in the same exact spot. I'm like, I wonder if she had the tattoo removed, which would cause that swelling. And like I said, it's very pain. It wouldn't have shown bleeding. It wouldn't have shown, a brick would though. It would have caused a.
Hey, Lori, is that your dog?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Can you
But
handle that? Can you handle that?
yeah,
And come back? Because
yes,
I
I
ain't
sure
bothering
can.
you. I hear dog crying.
I'm
Thank you,
sorry,
boo. Okay,
but
no, you don't be sorry. The dog just probably want to hug or
it's
something. Give him that hug and come back. Okay, I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry.
go to Is he good now?
He's good. He's good. He's a
Okay, go
mama's
ahead. I
boy,
gotta say
and
because I
I'm
know
not
that
giving
don't.
him
Hey, I
like.
don't give a fuck about no tattoo. You need to do something with me. Go ahead. Go
But
ahead.
I just thought of that because I was just thinking, I wonder if she got tattoo removal, and that's what caused that swelling. And she could have spaced it out, like I said, where she got a couple sessions then, and then a couple sessions later on when she did the other, when she got hurt again or attacked again. And then it just reminded me all over again to, she's that type of woman. She reminds me of the type of woman. She's not gonna, at this point, she's gonna double down. She reminds me of someone like Amber Heard. She's gonna double down, double down, double down, double down. She's just gonna find every. That's just the person she is at this point. We all know that now.
Okay.
You know,
So
and it just reminded me of that. But most importantly, like you said, those tattoos you can't just get knocked off your face. They go pretty deep. I have quite a few, so it's just like, and it reminded me of that. So, I just wanted to say that because someone mentioned fillers, and that would cause swelling too. But you know,
I appreciate
um,
I
yeah,
appreciate that. I don't want you to say too much because now,
yeah,
like
yeah,
you make up, it's a saline injection. You can get in trouble for that because that's not what
yeah,
it. Know what it was, but
right,
now that
right.
you say that, guys, what Lori was saying was, I also posted a picture. I asked everybody, where is the tattoo? When I went on her page, it's supposed to be on the right side of her face. About 7 stars. There's one big star in the corner. There's 2 at the top of her eyebrow, and the rest of them go around her cheekbone. When she was in the hospital, I did not clearly see that tattoo. I didn't see it. I didn't. So what Lori is saying is that people are saying she could have gotten the tattoo removed. Now we know that she's trying to do all these great things with her life. And sometimes that requires you to remove a tattoo, especially if it's on your face.
Well, I
Right?
thought that.
Hold on, Lori.
I,
Hold on, Lori.
sorry,
So
sorry.
I kind of understand what Lori, where she's coming from, but we don't want to say that that's what it is. I asked a
Right,
simple question. Where
right,
is the tattoo? I showed
right.
different angles, but then you had people that took it and try to put it there and then post it. Don't do that. I went
Mm,
right from the video from her in the hospital. I did not see the tattoo on the right side of her face. I didn't.
mm,
So if anybody else could find it when she was in the hospital, show me that. Because I looked everywhere and it's not there. And it should be on the right side of her face, about 7 stars. So if anybody can find it, let me know. But I want to move through this. I don't want to be on here all night. So I'm gonna go to next. I mean, let me see. Jay Lethal, you last. Because I know Jay Lethal was on this panel because he did a lot. He's in Houston. He has a lot of tea to drop, so I want him to be last. Y'all thought I was done with all the surprises. Jay Lethal is Jay Lethal for a reason. This gonna be one of my partners right here because I like what he did today. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Perfect, and then we'll go to Daquan, and then Lethal because it's gonna be Lethal. Go ahead.
Have a good night,
Perfect.
What's
have a good night, everyone.
You too, hun. Go ahead,
Hey.
Perfect.
Hey, what's going on, Daphne?
Oh,
Um,
good.
okay, let me start off by saying this. When you look at the overall message of what you're saying, skipping like the small details in between, but you look at the overall message of what you're saying, you're not telling these people anything they don't already know. Let's be honest. You're not telling them anything they don't already know. You know what I'm saying? But see, the problem is that they are very invested in the narrative. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? They are invested in the narrative. And with that being said, I really just want to ask this question. It's rhetorical, but nonetheless. And my thing is like with the narrative, which is that, black men out here violently attacking women, over rejection or for any little petty reason for that matter. My thing is, if the narrative is that this is a regular occurrence, then why do you have to lie? Why do you have to make up an event like this? And then for the people who believe it and who are clinging on to it, if this is a regular occurrence, then why are y'all riding so hard for a lie if this happens all the time like they claim it does? Because if this happens all the time, I would think that they could show us like countless legitimate stories of this actually happening, with documented proof. But instead, to fulfill this little narrative, they're holding on desperately to what we all know is a lie, and they know it's a lie. So, I mean, that's really all I want to know. If this happens all the time, why are y'all holding on to this obviously fake ass story?
So,
Can I?
guys, what Perfect is saying, I'm and Shauna, I'm gonna let you do it because I gotta actually grab some more receipts because Perfect just opened up the Pandora's box. She did tell the panel that she has 10 issues a month and she only reports one. She said everywhere she goes, there's an issue. People are jealous of her, her body. They sexualize her. They grab her butt. They don't like the way she looks. She's not light enough. She said that she goes through more issues than what we actually see. And nobody said, well, Rhoda, do you think you're the problem? Rhoda said the only place she lived at where she didn't have a charge was in New York. She said in New York, life was great. But then she doubled down and said when she went to Columbia for her journalism degree, everybody was jealous of her and they hated her. You can't make this up, y'all. She doesn't remember her lies. And she said in New York, I can talk crazy and I knew a man wouldn't hit me. Huh? I don't understand what you're saying, Rhoda. Because in Brooklyn, that's where that woman got assaulted for not giving up her number. Them Brooklyn dudes, they are grimy. They are not going to let you talk crazy to them with aggression. Remember, the guy with the 8-ball jacket in the Brooklyn, what do you call it? The train. He slapped the shit out of that girl. The wig
Oh
almost came
yeah,
off.
yeah.
So I'm telling you, Brooklyn dudes, they are rough. They're just like these niggas out here in the shy. You get aggressive with them, they will stand 10 toes down in your face. So she said in Brooklyn, she can get away with being aggressive and loud, and the guys will just love her. That's a damn lie. So go ahead, Shauna. Go ahead, baby. I'm gonna let you talk, and then I want Daquan. Go
You
ahead.
do mind if I
Not,
say one more
not.
thing?
Yeah, perfect. Go ahead.
No, I just want to just close it with this. I mean, based on what you just described, this sounds like one big ass ego play to me. Because on this internet, people say a lot of stuff to try and make themselves feel, like they're more than what they are, to get this feeling of self-importance. And that's all it comes off as to me with her, this thing where people are constantly harassing me, they want me so bad, and everything you just said, that's all it is, all lies, all to make herself feel like she's more than what she is, nothing to be taken seriously, except for the fact that she's actually fucking up lives now, or at least attempting to.
Okay, I agree. If you still want to talk, just hang back. I want Shauna, because guys, I want you to know that Shauna, she's been putting in the man hours too, y'all. I got a whole task force. Everybody has been double checking and sending me things because Rhoda, she's been doing all these podcasts for the past week. Now, mind you, she told everybody that she's scared to go outside. She's in this little bubble. I'm gonna go through so many things with my life, but yet she has so much time to devote to doing all these panels. Ladies, let me tell you, and gentlemen, if you're a victim of assault and it's an ongoing case, the best thing you can do is heal and stay off of social media until you get due process. When you're out there doing all these social media tours and you're talking to people about the assault and you're telling them different stories every single time, you're discrediting yourself. And if you're a journalist with a degree and you have a master's and you're going for a PhD, you would know that real people like us are going to break down and analyze what you say bit by bit. So again, she put herself here, but there is a lot of more receipts that I didn't let y'all hear. Y'all got to hear it from herself. And nobody said, well, Rhoda, 10 issues a month? What are you doing? What's going on, baby? 10? Well, I go through 10, but I only report one. So that makes it better. That makes it better that you report one of the 10 occurrences. And it's usually with black men. She said black men have beat her up many times. And she never said anything. Guys, I can't make this up. Now, I told you guys how I went through abuse, right? By one black man. But I married a black man too. You feel me? I didn't go on there and discredit any black men. But for her to say, for her to tell us that black men have hurt her, right? It's the victim role again. Y'all not understanding that when you hear that, you want to donate some more. You know, I'm a DV victim. I'm a donate. Okay, Shauna, go ahead, boo. I'll be right back.
Okay, I just wanted to say a couple of things since we were talking about Brick City. I want to make one parallel thing, especially with the NBC Black article. Look at the journalist who reported it. As you know, Daphne, we all researched that she was going after a journalism degree or into journalism. She has a couple of articles out there comparing herself to Ahmaud Arbery for getting kicked out of a hotel and other things. But one thing I did notice, I would not be shocked. I can't prove it, but I would not be shocked if she didn't know those journalists because one of them is from Brooklyn, where she was originally from. And I want to address the young man's comment. You made a very good observation, sir. And Daphne probably has the receipts for this, I'm sure. But when Daphne earlier, sir, when she was talking about how Rhoda was talking about how she doesn't get her brothers involved in things. That conversation stemmed from really the origin of why this blew up so big because black men did not come to her defense. She stood 10 toes down on that. It was in her GoFundMe in the very first paragraph, right? So that was a lie because I'm sure people have seen the other videos of the young men that were there that did not see the incident happen. She just kind of put them on blast, had them on camera. They did not see anything that had happened. But what she tripped up and said was, she would never, she didn't mean it. Like when she was going off saying, none of you helped me. None of you helped me. She backtracked that whole scenario of the original video. And I'm sure Daphne can probably drop that for screenshots. But that part was a lie because those same men that were there did help her. In the video clip that we had, she says, well, I just wanted somebody to help me, call the police or something. She said this last night when that is actually what happened. They stood there with her. They had to talk to the police. They said she was acting belligerent or what have you. And they stayed there until the ambulance came. So she still was lying on those black men. That's all I wanted to say.
I actually missed a call from the detective. I'm so freaking mad, y'all. Damn. I'm sorry. I tried to call her back and yeah, it didn't work out. So I guess I have to wait till tomorrow. So that's how close I am in this case. I talk to the detective maybe 3 or 4 times a day. She doesn't give me specifics. I'm not going to say that she does, but I know some shit. I'm not dumb. I know how to read people. That's why I have a master's in psychology. One of my masters is in psychology. So I send her the information as I get it, and she tells me what I need to do next. So what I'm telling you guys is, one thing about that you're going to learn about me is that until the truth comes out, I will continue to talk about it. If you're going to continue to do these tours, I'm going to continue to talk about it. It's a fair game. Okay, so I want to give Daquan a chance.
Wait a minute, Daphne. I don't know if you heard me, but I want you to drop the other little jewel of her backtracking that whole incident, talking when you first brought up how she doesn't want her brothers
Okay, I'm looking
involved.
for it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
While y'all talking, I'm
Okay.
skimming through it. That's what I'm trying to find, boo. Okay, who does it? Daquan. Go ahead, Daquan, and I'm doing fine. I know you're gonna ask me how I'm doing. I'm doing fine. Just go right on into it. Daquan, you gonna get skipped, man. Come on.
No, no, no. Can you hear me? Can
Yeah,
you
I
hear
don't know.
me?
You must be smoking that amnesia weed, man. Come on now.
Nah, I'm just trying to smoke something that's going to pre-mitigate my soul from feeling all of this frustration.
Come on, get it
I
out.
I apologize for the static last stream when I was actually off. I was at one of the Mets game enjoying myself at the baseball field, but hearing this travesty elope to the level that it has is just depressing. I can't really elaborate it on it any further. All of the fact checking's already been approved. All of the stigma's already been labeled. I hate to say it, but somebody that actually is from the Muslim community, I don't condone this woman. I'm sorry. I can't even fathom somebody of our actual lineage or our actual moral being of this type of shaded character. I can't condone it. I won't have it. I don't see her. I don't see her as one of mine. It is what it is. For the fact that you've already tarnished us as black men as is, and now you're starting to actually profit off of it. Nah. All of it's a lie. They should already had grand larceny indictments against her. I'm seeing well over 40,000, close to $50,000. Where's the taxes being taken out? Why is the IRS not being notified? Those are the type of investigations people need to be going about. Because obviously, she's just escaping the law, doing whatever she want to do, publicating, criticizing black men, and I'm not standing for it. I don't like it. I'm not out here parading, making black women look bad. So what in turn gives her the vocal right to do so? Because you're jaded, because you're upset that you didn't actually get married, that you actually wound up being a single mother, backed up with close to $50,000 to $60,000 in debt because you want to file for a field of occupation that you're not making any current money off of. Nah, bro. If your back is against the wall, you should be a woman. Pull up your grown woman pants and handle your business. Society doesn't show me no type of pansy or pat on the wrist. I commit a crime, I do any of the sort that's going on right now as a man, I would have been up the river by now. I'm not having it. It's wrong and it's rude. It's real disrespectful. And mind you, if she was from New York out here, we wouldn't be putting up with it either. I'm not. No, I don't like it. I'm not with none of that shit. Excuse my French. I don't mean to get upset, this, that, and the third, but I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm literally tired. I've had it with this woman. She can
Daquan,
go somewhere, dig a grave, dig a hole, do whatever you want to do. I don't mean to be that, you know what I'm saying, derogatory, this, that, and the third, but enough is enough, man. Like I've already had it. I'm sorry. Let me cut my mic off.
yeah,
Y'all
man.
could go ahead.
Take a deep breath, man. Take a deep breath. I don't want to lose my channel now, man. You said when he said dig a grave, he meant for Halloween because it's next month. Okay, come on, Daquan. Don't get me shut down, baby. Okay,
Yeah. I'll reiterate that she's already wearing her costume for the festivities. So
there
you know what I'm
you go.
saying. Let
Okay.
her just keep putting that clown suit on.
Okay, I want to go to OMAC. Guys, if you can try to keep it within 3 minutes, all that huffing and puffing and dragging it out, I get real anxious when y'all do that. Just get to it. Get to it. So I want to go to OMAC and then actually no. Wait. No, because I want to
Yeah.
hear from Jay Lethal. Wait, OMAC, no, hold on. Jay Lethal's been very, very patient. I want to let y'all know that Jay Lethal, he has been inboxing me almost every day with receipts. He actually explained to me that they went to the site where this alleged assault occurred and they didn't see any bricks. You know, there's areas in this world where you won't see any bricks, maybe rocks and gravel, but bricks, I don't even remember when the last time I saw a loose brick. I'm being weird with y'all. I'm not lying. I haven't seen a loose brick in a long time, but they actually went to the scene and recorded and nothing was adding up. So I want to give the floor to Jay Lethal. And Jay Lethal, you can go past the 3 minutes because you have been really good at this investigation. You actually went there. Nobody did that but you. So I want to give the floor to Jay Lethal. This is another receipt I want him to drop. I know what he has, but I want y'all to hear it. Okay, go ahead, Jay Lethal.
Shout out to you. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yep, you're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just ended up just finished the live stream, and I finished it early just so I could be here. So I live in Houston, Texas. Shout out to y'all. Daphne, I appreciate you for allowing me on. I went to Houston, Texas after I heard. I've been looking for the place because that's my thing. When I heard it was in Houston, I've been doing a YouTube channel for a long time, and I pull up. I've been to a Donald Trump rally, been to a lot of places on film. And so when I heard it was in Houston, I said, well, I've been already doing a lot of deep dives on this woman, Daphne. I can send you all the receipts I have. It gets deep. She admitted that she's a practicing witch. I don't know if you have that receipt, and not that, everybody has their own religion that they can subscribe to. But she's admitted, if you go look at her posts, she calls herself the powerful witch, and she admits that she practices witchcraft. So anyway, when I found out that this was happening in Houston, I said, wait a minute. I'm in Houston. And so I looked at the building and I asked a few people, hey, do you know where this is? I looked all around. Where does anybody know the location of the brick incident? And I was watching your stream, Daphne. I think the one where you have the jail bars says part one. It is, or one of your recent streams. You have like the thumbnail of the jail bars and whatnot. So I was watching that stream, and you said it in the beginning. You said the gloves are off. I'm gonna say the place, and you said Club Safari. Now, when I looked that up, I went to look it up, and it gave me a few different places. I'm not sure how I ended up finding the actual place, but I did a Google search of the area, and I ended up finding, and I could send you all of these receipts. You saw some of them. I found the actual street, the location of it has an orange background with a gray door. It has some what's it called? Trash cans right there, garbage cans. So I finally found it, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go up there. I actually went up there a few days ago. I ended up losing some belongings up there, but yes, I have the footage of the actual place. The funny thing, Daphne, they have two cameras that are facing the exact place where she was standing when she accused the men.
Right.
So if you look at the place, it's like in front of a gray door. She's like, oh, these men didn't do anything. These niggas didn't do anything. There's literally a camera facing right there. By the time I got there, the business had closed because it's like a Photoshop company or something. I'm actually going to go back up there to ask the managers if I can see that footage from that day. There's another liquor store called Sonny's Liquor, which is right next door to it. If you look it up on Houston, Texas, Sonny's Liquor on Chimney Rock. Okay. Coincidentally, this happened on Chimney Rock, Daphne. And yes, you're right. There was no bricks there. Now, I do want to say this. I'm going to show you that video too, Daphne. I'll send it to you. When I went to the location, there was a lot of rocks there. There was a lot of rocks right by the trash can. Now, this is important because when you hear the video, she said, he threw a brick at me. He threw a brick at me. And then she looks around. She says she threw a rock. So there was two different, in her 30-second video, she contradicted herself. A brick is not a rock. And unless you're just delusioned from the fucking brick, excuse my language, you know the very clear difference between a brick and a rock. So I want to say that.
Yes. Let me stop you right there. So guys,
yes.
If you remember, I posted the police report. It said rock/brick. Remember, I said that's two different objects. And when she first went live and said these niggas did nothing, and so many black men, she said he grabbed a rock. Her first thing was rock. When she went to the hospital, it turned into a brick. Guys, how do you forget the object? I don't think she got hit with a brick. I think it was the rock. That's what she said at first, and I called that out. But everybody said, no, she didn't say rock. Yes, she did. Why would they put that on the police report, rock/brick? Which one is it? They're not the same. They're not. Go ahead, Jay Lethal. I'm sorry, boo.
No, not at all. Yeah, no, you're 100% right. And that's the first thing I say, okay, well, when I saw it before I went up there, I said, well, is it a rock or is it a brick? Because a brick is like what Debo got. Remember, that knocked Debo out in Friday.
Yes.
Just in case we're clear, at the end of Friday, Craig threw a brick at Debo and knocked the big bully out. So we're supposed to believe that a brick was hurled at your head at close distance. And now, again, I'm no doctor. So when I saw the rocks, I said, well, that's interesting. But still, it doesn't prove anything because she could have easily just said, hey, look, he threw one of those at me. There was like a whole bunch of rocks right there, right? Now, I want to say this too. There is an importance about I don't know if you've ever had this conversation about the Black American being in a particular group aside from the Somalian, and they know very well that they are the Somalian community, and they are very clear on this distinction. We have to make this be known, because when I went over there, all of those people were not Black American. Like literally all of the store owners, the little club owner behind there, they had a little taco truck or a little truck, all Ethiopian, Somalian, Sudanese young men. And I want to say this, Daphne, I didn't film it because I was out there looking for my keys. I dropped my keys somewhere. I still can't find my keys. But the men, all of the non-Black American men, I said, hey, have you guys heard about this story on social media that this woman got hit with a brick? I said, do you know that this happened right here? These were the men who worked there. They came out, they saw me looking around. I was investigating, and they saw me from the cameras. They're like, what's up? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing an investigation. I'm a private journalist, private investigator. Did you hear about a story about a woman who got hit with a brick? They said, yeah, we heard about it, but it was down there somewhere. She was down there by the gas station. She walked up to the, now listen closely. I have not confirmed this on camera, but all of the people who worked there, they said she walked from the Chevron area over to where she initially made that video, and then she started yelling at the men who were standing there that they didn't do anything, which would make sense why everybody who was there were like, what brick? What do you talk about? What do you want us to do? Because they had no idea what happened to her. That's my thesis and my hypothesis. I don't want to call that the truth, but I do want to say this before I pass it back to you, Daphne. I am about to, when I have time, go back to that place. And I think it was September 3rd. I'm going to ask how much I need to pay. What do I need to do to see footage from the night of September 3rd? Because when you look at my stream I just did on my video, I showed that the camera is high definition. When I went into the liquor store, they have a camera too that's facing the garbage cans, but they're not really showing where she was standing, so I doubt you see it. But those cameras they have are high definition. So if we can get, and I'll find you the name of the place if you want to call in too and see.
Here's the thing. Me and Shauna, we already knew the location. The detective already knows this information. Here's the thing. If they don't have to do all the work you're doing to get the footage. So I don't want you spending no money. All they gotta do is make a call, give up their credentials, and they can email them. They can email them the footage. They don't even gotta be there. So the detective knew about the location last week because of Shauna. So we've been on her. So when you showed me that location, I saw that little wall drop, and you're right, it matched. And I said the only way that would be plausible if she went where there were no cameras, so it can be verified. If you guys heard that last receipt that I dropped, what did she say at the end? It happened at 4 a.m. It was dark, so I don't know if they're gonna see it on camera. You guys, when she went live to say he grabbed a rock brick, it was lit up. So how you gonna say it's too dark now for them to see it? But we saw you when you went live, guys. I can't make this up. Then she said it happened at 4 a.m. It was too dark. Guys, that's not true unless she went to a dark area where there were no cameras. And that same area that she's claiming, there's a lot of places that are permanently closed. So they wouldn't have any active cameras. Y'all, I told you, she got a little bit of smarts, but not all the way. You feel me? But look, I want to put a pin there because I want y'all to hear something that I picked up on. I want y'all to hear this from Rhoda's mouth. And nobody on this panel challenged her and said, well, Rhoda, why do you always keep getting beat up? This woman thinks that she is the most beautiful, got the best body. Every time she leaves the house, everybody want to just get a piece of her. I've never heard someone so into themselves until I heard Rhoda speak. And I want y'all to hear this. This is her voice. Remember, this ain't AI technology. But I'm going to let you hear this first part where she discusses 2020. Because a lot of these women on the panel said that in Minnesota, that Rhoda Osmond isn't the 2023 Rhoda Osmond. But
yes, it is. They're fucking lying because I was there.
Okay, guys, and Rachel is on here. Rachel lived with her in Minnesota. But I want you to hear her say that when 2020 happened, she was defending Black women. If anybody has been following me, if any of you feminists and hyenas and pack of wolves are listening to me today, I need you to break this down. Rhoda said on Instagram and on video, she said in 2020, I was defending a Black woman and got beat up by Black men. Okay, guys, listen to me. Everybody mute, because this is real talk right here. Everybody keeps calling me a liar. All I'm doing is resharing what's already out there. Rhoda said verbatim, she was defending a Black woman and got her ass whooped by Black men. But guys, on the GoFundMe, it says she was beat up by security. Okay? So what I'm saying is, in the video she posted, she never mentioned these black angels that she protected. She said they beat her up because she wants to be a doctor and she wants to do something great for herself. So, guys, I'm going to let Rhoda tell it because y'all still don't believe Daphne. Well, I'm not saying y'all, the people that love me. I'm saying the hyenas that's doing these TikTok shows. They don't believe what I'm doing. They never play the receipts. They always talk bad about me, but they don't push play. So here we go. Put this speaker up to your ear. Y'all gonna like this. Here we go.
Say that I forgot to say is that people keep saying that I did this as a host because I was trying to get attention, but the truth is the only reason I got attention was not because I got hit with a brick. I got attention because I said black man didn't protect me, because I did it in 2020. I said, hey, I got beat up. Me and a bunch of black women got beat up. I stood up for a black woman, and guess what? That didn't even get 1,000 views.
Okay, y'all said y'all heard her in 2020, her and black women got beat up, but she stood up for a black woman and got beat up. Y'all, now I need everybody in the comments to confirm they just heard that, or do I need to rewind it back? Did everybody just hit? Matter of fact, I'm gonna rewind it back because you know the feminists will say that they had wax in their ear. Let me rewind it back because you're gonna hear her say that, and then we're gonna cut to the truth. Hold on, y'all. This is receipt night. Hold on. Let's go back.
Man didn't protect me because I did it in 2020. I said, hey, I got beat up. Me and a bunch of black women got beat up. I stood up for a black woman, and guess what? That didn't even get 1,000 views.
Okay, she's worried about them views, y'all. She's worried about the views. You see how she brought up how she defended a black woman, but it only got 1,000 views. Now, y'all, I need everybody in the comments to say yes. Did you hear Rhoda say in 2020 she got beat up defending a black woman? Yes or no? Are we good? Okay. Yes. Okay. So somebody explain this video. Here we go.
And they mad because you trying to fucking beat somebody. They mad because you trying to beat somebody. I'm trying to be a doctor and they mad. Look what they did to me. Look what they did to me for no reason. They gonna beat me up. I'm 30 years old. They gonna beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up.
Okay, for nothing. Now, I need everybody in the comments. Come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me. Did everybody hear Rhoda say grown-ass niggas try to beat her up for nothing? Did everybody hear nothing or do it? No, I'm going to rewind it back because, you got the feminists on here. One more time for the feminists in the back.
Look what they did to me for no reason.
Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I went too far. Hold on.
To fucking beat somebody. They mad because you trying to beat somebody. I'm trying to be a doctor and they mad. Look what they did to me. Look what they did to me for no reason. They gonna beat me up. I'm 30 years old. They gonna beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up. For no-
Guys, now everybody in the comments, you heard her say at first that she got beat up for defending a black woman. But rewind it to today. Right? She got beat up because she was defending a black woman. But when you go back into time, she literally said, I'm 30 years old and grown ass niggas try to beat me up for nothing. Where was the mention of these beautiful black women you were defending, Rhoda? Guys, I can't make this up. If you'll lie about getting your ass beat by a female security guard, then you'll lie about anything. Because the truth is, she got hands put on by a female security guard. She was drunk and intoxicated. But guys, listen to the rest of this. I was laughing my ass off. It gets better. Hold on.
Beat me up. I'm 30 years old. They gonna beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up for no reason. Look at me. I'm not a bad person. Y'all know that. Y'all know I'm a good person. And they try to do this to me. Guess what? It's up and down for a real nigga. But you gonna be a pussy all your life, nigga. All your life you gonna be a pussy. All your life you gonna be a pussy. And I fought for myself because I'm a gangsta ass bitch.
Did everybody hear that? That didn't sound like no Somalian Muslim. That sound like a gangsta ass bitch, right? This gangsta ass bitch said that grown ass niggas tried to beat her up because she's 30 years old. She wants to be a doctor. Nowhere did I hear her say she was defending black women. So to all you feminists who believe everything that this woman says, explain to me why she doesn't remember what happened in 2020. She was not defending any black women. She got hit by security because she was drunk and unruly. Y'all can hear it in her voice. You gonna be a pussy all your life, nigga. She was drunk. But people still don't want to believe the queen, though, right? Okay, so we're gonna go to, I see Daquan. You know I come with the receipts, baby. Shauna, can you? Oh no, not Shauna. Rachel, can you speak on that gangster bitch part? Was she a gangster bitch that night?
So after she called me a fat bitch, she was telling me, "You're the reason I'm getting my ass beat." And when I went into the crowd and I asked them, which they were predominantly black, I'll say that, they said, "Yeah, that bitch is the reason we can't get in the club." And I knew she had made a scene. I knew she had made a scene because she's always been like that. She's getting on these platforms telling people, "I've never hurt anyone. I've never did anything to anyone in my life." Like, you start fights with people, you hit people with bottles. Like, look, just pull up her record from Minnesota. Look at it.
Okay, Rachel, hold on 1 second, guys. The best part of this, because these receipts came from someone that I trust that's on this panel. Now, after she was the gangster bitch, she went from that back to being a Somalian. So please, everybody mute, because you got to hear this last part. This is the part that none of these blogs posted, because this came from a person that was actually with her. Can y'all mute? I'm hearing static. Please, everybody mute. Mute, mute, mute. Mute, 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 please. I still hear somebody. Hold on. I'm going to call you out. Okay, I got you. Black Hole Media. I muted you. Okay, guys, listen to this last part. She went from a gangster bitch to a Somalian. She went from an African-American woman that got beat up for no reason for being a doctor to a Somalian. Check this out.
Your life, nigga. All your life, you gonna be a pussy. All your life, you gonna be a pussy. And I fought for myself because I'm a gangsta ass bitch. What's up? Hoy ba yung eko dalawas? Ika eko kaya doon ko na aya. Ani may ganas ayaw nagesaka. Hoy that.
That was translation for I'm a lying scammer. Okay, that's what it was translation for. Okay, so y'all heard her. I wanted y'all to hear how she lies about things like this. So she'll lie about why, if she will lie about how she got attacked in 2020, why wouldn't she lie now, y'all? One thing I learned in criminal justice is that once you tell a lie, you're no longer credible. They won't believe anything you say. So why would you lie and say you were protecting black women when you don't even like us? You don't even like us, Rhoda. You're always in competition. You're always fighting women. And you say it's men, but it's really women that you keep getting your ass beat. That's the problem. She says she's a gangster bitch, right? But in reality, she wasn't defending no black women, but she said that to gain those donations. Y'all just heard her from her own mouth. Y'all heard her. This woman can go from being a victim to being a gangster bitch. I need y'all to hear that. So next I want to talk is, go ahead, Omac, and we're going to go through this. Rachel and Shauna, y'all my last bits, okay? Go ahead, Omac. Is he there? Did he leave? Hold on. Yeah, he left. Okay, I'm going to go to JT. Go ahead.
How's everybody on this panel doing?
Hey.
Good.
Man, we good.
Hello.
Hey, y'all, when I call your name, just go on into it. We all doing good. We blessed. We happy. Let's go.
First and foremost, I want to say that I'm sick and tired of just Rhoda just talking shit and using us as black men just to gain some sort of profit. You know, I haven't kept up with the story fully, but based on everything that I saw so far, she just been banking on disrespecting us, and honestly, I'm tired and I'm over it. Yeah, yeah. And
I just need to ask this, Daphne. Did you show the man? I got here late. Did you show the man who she posted and said was the one who threw the brick?
No,
Did you show
I'm
that?
not. I said I'm not going to do that. I don't want a
Okay.
defamation case. No. See,
Okay,
when
fair
you
enough.
know something, you know that something is incredible, you don't share it. Now,
Fair enough.
mind you guys, why isn't the Shade Room posting this? This is the best tea in the world. Y'all
True.
just posted that the woman got hit with a brick, and that post went to 1 million likes. Why wouldn't you post the update? That's going to get y'all even more likes, right? Ask yourself why the Shade Room did not post this, because they don't want a lawsuit either. I'm telling y'all, it's going to get dangerous. JT, were you done so I can move through this?
Yeah, now you mentioned something about the Shade Room. Now I don't follow the Shade Room at all. Like, I heard this from the spiritual word. Yeah, the spiritual word, they can be on some BS too. They can be.
But they posted that she lied. They used
have.
somebody else's post.
Yeah, they had to. They could have been yours, could have been somebody else's.
No, it wasn't mine. They used it somebody else's that's in a group that's recycling everything that I'm putting out there. So yes, Spiritual Word already posted that last week. I already called that. Was that all you need? Was that it?
I'm not quite, but yes.
Go ahead, man. I'm just saying I don't want to be on this panel all night, y'all. So
You
JT,
got
go
it.
ahead, man. Go ahead and finish.
And yeah, you're right. If the Shade Room would have gotten an update, they would have posted it. But I quit following them because they're not credible. They are not credible at all whatsoever. But I just wanted to get my thoughts out there. Y'all take care.
You too. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go to the first prime. You're on. We're doing fantastic. You're on.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, I got a question. When she said like when she always had like issues of being attacked. Like she said she had like 10 of them, right?
You're
10
about to hear
issues
that
and
in
she,
a minute. Oh, we gonna get to that T. We'll get to that
yeah,
T.
but when she went to the hospital and got apparently got hit by a brick, where didn't the doctor would have like seen like past bruises or something like that? If she had that many issues a month,
I mean,
I
yeah.
feel
I
like if
mean,
she
unless she went to different doctors, I don't know.
then I feel like that should also just call bullshit because if she got attacked that many times, there's ain't no way in hell nobody wouldn't have seen no bruises, especially to
Well, I'm
the
glad
head.
you said that because we're gonna cut to that because, like I said, y'all, I'm not gonna be on this panel for no 3 hours today. This is gonna be a 2 hour show. If I cut you off, I'm sorry, but some of y'all are repeating the same stuff, and I need y'all to come with some new tea. Okay, this whole podcast was for the tea. Okay, so I got some more tea for y'all. Go ahead and mute, and I want y'all to hear what Rhoda said. And this was last night. Again, this was last night, and nobody forced her to say this, but now you're gonna hear it from your own. You're gonna hear it with your own two ears. Here we go.
Idea that they think that I made this up for attention is crazy because this actually happened to me in 2020 and I got zero attention. But what I wanted to point out now, that's to say that between 2020 and 2023, I've actually experienced violence from men in between that too. I just never put it on social media. I've actually got me and my sister got beat up by a man. You know what I mean? There was another time that I went to a birthday party where this guy was beating up girls in a VIP and I jumped in. So I had also been in other violent situations. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So the thing is that people are so shocked that, oh my gosh, she experienced violence 3 years apart. I'm not gonna lie to you. A person like me, I experience violence almost every 6 months. And it's gotten worse since I moved to Texas because I'm a person that lived in Brooklyn, and Brooklyn is the only place that I've ever been safe in my life. I'm so sad that I had to leave from my PhD program. But when I was in Brooklyn, I didn't have any police contact. I never got attacked by anybody. I didn't get in any fights. That was the safest and the most least violent time of my whole life.
In Brooklyn?
Yeah, in Brooklyn. Because in Brooklyn, I was in community with Black people. Black men there are not going to beat me up. Everybody there is already aggressive. Everybody's already loud. I don't stick out there. So the minute I moved to Texas, I started experiencing violence from the minute I was in Austin, from white women and Black men alike, all the time. And I put some of them on social media. Y'all see me, I be calling out a Karen every chance I get and putting her on social media. And you'll probably find some videos if y'all dig for it. But the point I'm trying to say is that what I experienced as a outspoken Black Muslim woman, queer woman moving to Texas is that Texas men are more. The South is different than the East Coast. Nobody in New York would ever beat me up for not giving their number out. I can give attitude to men in New York, and I don't think that I would be. I don't want to take that experience from anybody because it might have happened to people. But for me, I felt more safer in Brooklyn. But what I've experienced in Texas is that I'm too loud, I'm too dark, I'm too different, I'm too much. You know, I talk too loud. I do this. It's like I've been too much, and there's been attention on me, and I stand out like a sore thumb, and I don't fit in. You know, so that's why I left Austin. And I know if you guys don't believe me, you can see a post that I put up after the Houston reggae, and I said, I'm so glad I left Austin because I was never safe there. Because it wasn't like it was because I was always being attacked. It was, going to the pool and a white woman calling the police on me for wearing a bikini because of the way I'm shaped, or walking down the street and some Black man, grabbing my ass and then I say something. It was always.
Now, y'all said that she's had the police called on her for wearing a bikini at the pool because she has a nice body. Not buying that shit. Okay. Then she said she had an issue where a guy grabbed her ass and he was a Black man. Y'all, I can't make these. I don't know what else to say. I
And,
feel
and,
bad for this woman, but I
and
don't believe.
she skipped Minnesota. She went from New York to Texas. She skipped Minnesota. And I'm going to say why she did it. Because she's pulling the wool over the women who she's crying out to. She's pulling the wool over their eyes. Because if she would have mentioned Minnesota, maybe they would have went and checked her record. And speaking of that, who is this person? Who is Rhoda? Is it Rhoda Bashy? Is it Caprice Osmond? Is it Rhoda Osmond? Is her date of birth July 1st? Is it July 5th? Who is she? And if they keep messing around, maybe national security needs to be called. Who is she?
Now, guys, what she's talking about is that they have 3 different date of births for Rhoda. It's crazy. The medical report she put out with her date of birth of 7/13, that is not her date of birth. Then they're saying 7/19, 7/20. There's 3 date of births for this woman. So they don't know. And she went by multiple aliases. What I'm trying to explain to you guys is she told y'all her and her sister got beat up. She gets beat up all the time for just being her. I stick out like a sore thumb. My body is too nice. I've seen plenty of BBL bodies in a bathing suit. It's nothing different. You got the lumps, you got the bumps, you got the tattoo across your at the end, your bikini line. We all seen it. Maybe they were disgusted that you had lumps and bumps. Maybe this was right after you got the BBL and there was kids out there. You never know. But I've never heard of a woman having the police called on her because her body was too nice. I've seen better bodies that are real, y'all. That's all I'm saying. And a man grabbing your ass, that's assault. Where's the charge for that? You let that go? I wouldn't let that go. You grab my ass, we fighting. You feel me? So what I'm saying, y'all, is, and she tied it back to a black man. She went from a Karen at the pool to a black man grabbing her ass for no reason. They don't just do that type of shit in Texas, y'all. I've seen women that are badder than her. Badder. And I'm just not understanding why she sticks out like a sore thumb wherever she, because she's loud, aggressive. That's what it is. Whenever you put that liquor in your system, you become violent. Then she brought up Meg the Stallion, right? And we knew back in the day, Meg the Stallion used to drive the boat, get drunk. And what happened when that shooting happened? Y'all didn't see her drive the boat no more. Tell me I'm wrong. I told y'all she was going to stop drinking because her character was, whenever she got drunk, she was wild and aggressive. I believe that shit. Because when they left the party, she came back to get Tori out of the pool with Kylie. So I can't make this up. Some people, when they drink, they're a whole different person. And she's known to be that type of person when she drinks. The police reports don't lie. The charges don't lie. All of what I'm saying is public knowledge, so it's not defamation. When you are known to be a drunk and to drink a lot and cause fights, she caused a fight with her ex-fiance. She caused a fight with her ex-friend. And now you're fighting all these people right now. It's in your character. But no feminist is going to call her out on it because she's a woman. But when I posted about Terry being killed for defending a woman in Walmart and getting shot to death, y'all wanted to know why he didn't have health insurance. Y'all wanted to know if he had a job. You see how they do black men? I just made the post on my Instagram, y'all. I almost threw up when I saw the comments. These women blamed him for not having life insurance. Instead of saying this black man defended a black woman who was in a domestic relationship that she chose not to leave. It was her fault that this man died, but they didn't release her name though. She was protected. This black man with 2 young kids stepped in and his life ended. The man shot him in the leg and then he stood over him and emptied a mag right there. Bang, 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 while his girlfriend stood there with their 4-month-old child. She pleaded with this man not to finish him off. She said, please, we have a son, we have kids. And what did he do? Her life is going to forever be changed. And you bitches was like, 22,000 is more than enough. 22,000 ain't shit for a single mother who lost her sole provider. And now she's left with a 4-month-old son and a daughter. 22,000 ain't shit. GoFundMe takes 2.9% off the top and 30 cents on the dollar for every debit or credit charge. So she's not taking home 22,000. But y'all don't think like that. You women said that's more than enough for her. But you think 42,000 is enough for Rhoda? Shouldn't she have health insurance? She got a BBL. How do you get a BBL but you don't have health insurance? That BBL is almost 2-3 years of health insurance. Am I talking to myself tonight? Y'all feminists don't want to talk about that though, right? She wants GoFundMe to pay all her debts. If you look at her medical record, she wants you to pay for all of her procedures. CT scan, The drugs that they gave her. She wants GoFundMe to pay for that. Why don't you have health insurance, but you're traveling all over the Virgin Islands? You're getting BBLs. You're going on these fancy trips. Come on, y'all. I can't make this up. Because if it was a man and he had all this stuff done and he got hurt, y'all would say, well, then you shouldn't have got the surgery, right? But we don't never hold women accountable, right? Right? BBLs are
Right.
not a couple $1,000s. BBLs start off at like $5K, depending on where you go. Depending on where you go. I know she spent at least 5 racks. That's enough for 2-3 years of health insurance. So I don't want to hear shit. The woman don't got no health insurance. That's not an excuse. Get a job where you can have health insurance. I don't want to hear that shit. But y'all will sit here and defend this woman tooth and nail, and I just showed you 3 or 4 times that she lied. But y'all still Stevie Wonder on this podcast. Not y'all, but people. So you don't have to like me, but you're going to like these facts. Okay, I'm going to go on to Black Hole Media, and we're going to go through this. Black Hole Media, go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, look, I'm gonna make it real quick. This is my first time on here, and I just ran across your page, and I might be a little bit late because I came in on your when you early started. But I got a couple of points real quick. Um, when you get hit with a brick, assaulted, or anything, when you go to the doctor and you let them know what happened in your situation, they call the police right then and there. They come right in.
It's
You get what
protocol.
I'm
They
saying?
have to.
Right. And
It's
then
it,
another point. Hold on, because I don't want to hold Daphne up. I know she's ready to go.
No, go ahead, man.
Another
No. Go ahead. You good. Take your time. Go.
another point is if you listen to that audio that you just played about her talking about 2020 and this, that, and the other. If you listen to her say back in 2020, when this actually happened, if you go back, you will hear her say back in 2020 when this actually happened. You get what I'm saying? That kind of caught me. Like, okay, so 2020 is where it actually happened. So what you trying to say? It didn't happen this time. So if you go back and listen, that's what she said in 2020 when this actually happened. You know what I'm saying? So she's slipping up and all that mumbo jumbo she over there running around talking. And then the last thing I wanted to say is it is enough for the police to go after a suspect if she just walked in there, filed a report, and said, "This is my attacker." They going after him the same day. They putting detectives on the case and going. I've been in that situation 3 times in my life. You get what I'm saying? Where my sister was assaulted, I called the police. They came over, I don't know who it was a sergeant or somebody, sat in the living room, and he instructed people on the street through a walkie-talkie. They was on it the same day. And all it took was, hey, I know where she at. This is who kidnapped her. They went right after her. You get what I'm saying? So all this, it's going to take some time, this, that, and the other. No, if you know who your attacker is, you got the name. That's all they need. To get the search warrants that they need, to get whatever they need. You are the eyewitness. You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
Yeah,
sir.
but she didn't
I'm,
give.
I,
I'm so sorry, but the police came to the scene when it happened, and she didn't give any information. So there was the incident report with no information.
so was this verified? Did they act? So the police
Yeah,
came
it's
to a
it's time
scene.
it's time stamped on the police report.
Very true. It is timestamped. She's right about it. And guys, I never once said that she did not file a police report. When I did the phone call, they said there were no details. She said, we can't do nothing. How do you expect us to go look for nobody? That's what the lady said over the phone. It was a
But
report with no details. There's nothing personal on the report. You could tell someone there's nothing because there's nothing.
what what
That's being
what what I'm But what I'm saying is that you just said that there was a police report when this happened. So that mean
Oh
like
no,
when
no,
the
no, no,
brick.
no. When it initially happened, no. We didn't y'all didn't get no police report until I put the fire under her ass. That police report
Right.
didn't come out until when, Shauna? When did she drop it? Was it last week?
Probably like yeah after the 8th.
Because nobody's giving me my credit for that. I've been asking for that report. What took you? She showed it on a
And
Saturday
she
on her
covered it
Instagram.
up.
It was
She
on her
covered it
Instagram.
up.
And she covered it up. Then I said, okay, now I got to call and get some more information. Then she drops the numbers the next day. So, guys, it's me. She's listening to my lives. I know she does. Because every time I said something, she fixed it. When I said, Rhoda, when you going to pay that court fee? She paid it on the 13th. Yo, I can't make this up. So I know she's listening to me. But when I show her or let her hear her own voice say, I got beat up protecting black women, but then you said that it was a bunch of niggas that beat you up because you're 30, you want to be a doctor. I mean, nobody's going to beat you up because of that. They don't give a fuck about that. But a woman will have to hold you down if you're drunk and unruly at a club. Like I said, they will never talk about her character. But let this be Taekwon. They would go all the way back to when he was an infant to tell you that this man was bad. Speaking of Taekwon, when I told you about Terry being shot, defending a black woman, do you know how many black women said, well, I ran his name and he has a little record? Can you believe that? Well, his record wasn't that bad because he was going to the Navy. This man was going to the Navy. He had to get a tattoo removed in order to go. So if his criminal record was that bad, he wouldn't be going to no Navy. So what I'm saying is they wanted to talk about his criminal record, and this man defended a black woman. Even when men die for y'all still find something to be mad about. If he didn't have insurance, they wouldn't have buried him on May 20th. So that means that they still had money because none of that came from the 22 grand. And since I've been speaking about it, the GoFundMe was now at 25,000 last time I checked. So in less than 12 hours, it has gone up 3,000. That's a start. I just want Makia, I want her to be blessed. Her kids, they deserve it. A son and a daughter is not easy when your sole provider is dead. What if the sole provider was bringing in $65K a year? That's gone. So y'all don't realize that 22,000 ain't shit. And let's say she takes home 15. Do you think that's enough for 2 kids? It's not, y'all. So okay, next I want to who didn't talk yet? I think everybody spoke. Rachel. Rachel, did you want to add to that, boo? Because I know you're the only one on this panel that actually knew her.
I mean, I I think I've said probably everything that really needs to be said.
No, you didn't. Can you address her calling you a scammer? Because that's defamation of character. So if you're listening, Rhoda, go ahead and address the scammer thing.
Former friend in quotation being a scammer and a liar. I'm a liar just because I can attest to her character. Like, I can't say that I'm doing everything. Like, a lot of y'all are putting in all the work. You know, I'm in a different type of zone. Like, I had came out saying I ain't trying to defame the girl, talk bad about her or whatever, but she's the type of person, if you're just her opposition or whatever, you're automatically against her. People see multiple videos because Shanna found me multiple videos and pictures of us together.
And guys, I wanted to say something else that's been floating around. She said that people are calling her job, emailing her job, sending her stuff in the mail, and sending her death threats. I want to tell you that none of that is me. I would never do anything to jeopardize my freedom. See, unlike Rhoda, by the grace of God, everybody on this panel probably don't have a criminal record at all. I don't get drunk and I don't act a fool in public. But what I don't do is make threats. I've never called her job. I never called her personally. But I did want to address something I forgot to tell y'all. Guess what happened this morning? So let me tell you how uneducated a lot of these hyenas are. So everybody knows that I am a life coach. I work for myself. So one thing I want you guys to know is that the number that you call that I give to my clients, I give that to my clients, right? That same number is on my website. And you have to scroll all the way down to see the number to my business line, right? So somebody called my business line at 12:11 a.m. And let me tell y'all the importance of me getting a call that late. The only time I get a call that late is if one of my clients is feeling suicidal. Now, last night, I silenced my phone. And I usually don't do that. And I forgot that I did that. So I didn't get that call. But the call came in from a number I was familiar with in Texas, the Houston Police Department, right? I didn't answer the call because I didn't hear it. By the time I grabbed my phone, I noticed I had 3 missed calls. At 12:12, I get a call from a Philly area code. Anybody following me on my panels, we know that Rhoda's ex, her baby daddy, is from Philly. So the Philly number, when I traced it, it went to nothing. So I knew that it was a bogus number. And then the last number I got at 12:12 as well. It matched my business number, except the last number was different. So I said, this seems like somebody's trying to pull something on me. So I called Rachel and I said, Rachel, something ain't adding up, you know? And you know what? My bad. I didn't call Rachel first. I called the police first. I called the Houston police And I said, why are you guys trying to call me at 12:11? Is everything okay? Because the detective has my personal line. This is my business line that's not out there like that. They said, ma'am, if we ever call you, we'll leave a voicemail. That's what we do here. So I said, okay, they're playing games. So I downloaded a couple apps because, I'm hip to the little games that these bitches play. And I called Rachel and said, hey, I got a call from the Houston police. They said they didn't call. A number from Philly, and then a number that matched my business number. I said, I want to do something with you while we're on the phone. I'm going to make the police call you. She said, huh? I said, just stay on the line with me and tell me what number calls you. So I put her number into the app, and I put the police department number in the app, and it called Rachel. I said, Rachel, are you getting a call? She said, yeah. I said, repeat the number to me. She repeated the 713 number to me, and I said, that's the Houston police. I said, I'm going to end it. I'm going to terminate this app. So somebody downloaded the app and they got the police to call me. Then they changed it to a Philly number, and then they try to trick me by making it look like it's my business line, except one number is different. She must think that I was born last night. So I told Rachel, who would do something like that to me? Because I've never gotten any calls on this line that late this whole year. This is a new number. Remember, guys, if anybody was following me, last year I was getting a bunch of calls. So I had to change the number. This time I'm not changing it. So when you call me, there's a trace. So those two numbers from Philly and 312 couldn't be traced. The only number I was able to trace was the police. And they told me if you get those. So I'm going to say this to you guys, whoever's doing this. Next time you call me and I catch it and we talk, it will be recorded. Say something crazy and it's gonna be crazy. Don't call me like that no more. And I didn't block your numbers either because I want you to try it again. And instead of trying, send me a text. You use your chest on this shit. Don't play games with me. I'm not a game player. Be yourself. Because you didn't scare me. Y'all didn't do shit. But what I did do was I let the detective know that somebody is playing games on my phone. And that's a line for people who are suicidal at that time of night. So you're messing with my money too. And you're making it hard for my clients. Don't do that. But if you want to play those games, I could play them too. It's not hard. I told the detective the app already. Y'all, this app is so simple. 20 credits and you can make somebody call somebody. And then they will record the call if you pick up. So I guess they were trying to get a laugh out of me, but I didn't pick up the line. Don't play with me like that. So guys, I forgot to tell you that happened to me at midnight today. And I thought that was weird. But me and Rachel knew that it had to be an app. So I can't tell you it was her. But, a Philly number, I don't, who else would call me from Philly? So guys, all I'm saying is that I'm not dumb. And they thought I was dumb. So don't call my fucking phone again. And I'm telling you that. Don't call me no more. If you want to play games, we can play these games. But when you call me and it picks up, you will be recorded. So don't waste your fucking time. I told y'all this number is a different number this time for a reason. But don't play with me. But to have the police call me, that was stupid. The detective has my number, and the Houston police, they got my number by heart. I called them like 15 times. Okay, so go ahead, Rachel. I'm sorry about that, boo.
Yeah, sure, no problem. But yeah, going back to what you were saying about the number, when you called me at midnight and it showed up, I'm like, Houston Police Department at midnight. I couldn't believe that shit. That was crazy. But I don't know. Like, I don't know what else it really is to say about her. I don't know. I really don't.
Shauna, I know
Yeah.
you wanted to talk, Shauna. I know I told you to be quiet for a second. Shauna, you have the floor now, baby. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. I'm just going to end it with her Jim Jones Kool-Aid sippers that are just falling on every word that comes out her mouth. It's sickening. It's scary to me, in my opinion. I don't know if these women are just carrying these badges of trauma or just going by emotions, not using any logic, catching what she's saying to them. It's scary, and their threats. That's not scary. I'm not scared of that. Just being called out my name constantly and being attacked. But one thing that happened that I was listening to today was They were discussing the whole case and the situation, and somebody came in and was complaining about Daphne's channel. And then she went on to talk about the interview that we did with her ex-fiance, Dr. Steve. And I could not believe this woman had the nerve to sit up there and say, well, her ex-friend, said some things about her, but her ex-fiance, he didn't really say anything bad. You do realize he did say that she tried to get him to commit fraud to write her a doctor's note so she wouldn't have to go to court. And that's why the engagement got called off. I just want to reiterate that. But these women are just wanting to hear what they want to hear. And it's sickening.
So Jay Lethal, I guess you weren't on the last live. I had Steve on the live. We already know that the engagement is off. We already know that. And they tried to downplay me. The women on the panel said that I'm unhinged, crazy, I'm loud. But if they were following me, they would know my voice is naturally this tone. And I'm never going to soften it up like this because that's not me. I'm not going to be something I'm not. Y'all feel me? But there was something else I wanted y'all to hear from Rhoda. This is something that Shauna and Rachel brought up. Y'all remember when she went live seconds after the alleged attack, and she said there were so many men that did nothing. And they said, what did you want us to do? I want you to be a man. So what do you think a man should have done? Do you think when she said be a man, she meant sit her down and give her a drink of water? Or do you think she meant intervene and take a hit? We all think that means intervene, right? But she doubled down on that on this podcast and said, no, I meant ask me if I'm okay. Ask me if I need a cup of water. Now, you know that's not what she meant. She wanted these men to put their life in danger like Terry did and get hurt. And then somebody else said, well, it was just a brick. But it could have been an alleged brick. But what if he had an alleged 9mm like the other guy had in Walmart? I told you, a lot of these guys are crazy. I want you to know that the guy that emptied the magazine on Terry, it was in a public Walmart. When the woman was getting her butt kicked, she was screaming for help, and Walmart didn't even help her. And that's her employer. They didn't even help her. So this man tells his girlfriend to stand back. I gotta help. What? I would have pulled him by his throat. We would have both fought that day, even if it meant me having to put the baby down. And then for the cops to arrive in the frozen food section and see a man bleeding out, dead. Then they find 9mm casings. 10. Only one person got shot, y'all. But let me ask you this. If Terry didn't step in and the woman got shot those 10 times, he would be a coward, right? Right? They would sue Walmart. They would have a GoFundMe for $3.5 million. They would get everything in the world because a man killed a black woman, right? A black man killed a black woman. But when the black man takes all those bullets for a black woman, it was only worth $22,000. Yeah, I can't stomach that. It makes you sick to your stomach. Any woman that questioned why they needed GoFundMe money, go screw yourself. So y'all, listen to this. I'm gonna push play. I'm gonna put it up to the speaker.
I really realized that with a break, it has everything to do with me saying, look at these black men. Look at these men who didn't do anything. And the crazy thing was, I didn't even mean physically. I think people thought that what I meant was I wanted them to intervene and fight this man and do something physically. What I was talking about, because truly, this man hit me with a brick that happened in a couple of seconds. There was nobody that would be able to stop it, to be honest. There was nobody that was going to be able to stop him. What I meant by saying support was, why aren't you guys supporting me now that I'm hit? Why are y'all ignoring my pain? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Why aren't y'all helping me? Why are you guys acting like I did not just get hit severely? Why is everybody just smoking their cigarettes, ordering their food, acting like, nothing happened to me? That's what I meant by protection. And I think that they think that I meant, that I wanted them to get hit by a brick. I wanted them to get in a shootout. I wanted them to fight. That's not what I meant. Support is not always physical. I would have been happy for those men to just been like, are you okay? Can you sit down? Here's some water. Can we call the police? Just treat me like a fucking human. You know what I mean?
Okay, y'all heard her, right? She said those guys should have been like, are you okay? Let me tell you something about our men, especially black men. They don't respond well to, I want you to be a man. You so many bitch ass niggas. They don't respond well to that. I didn't hear her say, you guys, this man just hit me with a brick. Your tone determines their response. Now, if I said, what are y'all gonna do? Help me. They asking, where's the brick? Where did it happen? You came to a location where these men didn't know what the fuck just happened. And now you're screaming and hollering at them, thinking that they're going to say, oh my gosh, queen, somebody grab her phone, let's sit her down. You're recording. If I see somebody recording and they're talking about they just got assaulted, I don't want to be on camera. Some of the men don't want to be on camera. So you didn't even respect their privacy, Rhoda. What are you doing? What are you doing? If I just got assaulted, the last thing I'm going to fucking do is record it on TikTok that I just got assaulted. I would record a license plate. I would record the man. I would record the brick, but I wouldn't record me crying unless that's going to help me with them GoFundMe donations, especially 2,000 of them things. Now, if I did get hurt and those guys said, I don't want to help you, and I pushed record and said, guys, I just got assaulted with a brick, y'all. And all these people are just sitting there. They don't know what's going on. Your tone is everything. I want you to be a man. Okay, so if you're saying we're not men, then we're pussies too. And we're just going to stand here with you like women do. We're all going to stand. And if anybody saw the video, there was a woman in that video, but she only went at the men. You can't tell a man you want him to be a man and expect him to say, oh, poor baby, let me get you a cup of Kool-Aid. She said these men were smoking cigarettes and eating their food. I didn't see anybody in the video doing that. Now, maybe they was doing that down the street, but in that video, I didn't see nobody smoking no cigarettes and eating no food. Now
That whole video is defamation.
Now you're throwing in that more people were eating. What I'm saying to you guys is I would never record someone and tell them to be a man and think they're going to come in front of my camera and say, how can I help you, queen? And then look at the camera and smile, right? That's not the way men perform. They don't do that. When you try to belittle them and make them feel less than a man, they're not going to treat you like a woman. I just told y'all. Back in the day when I would call men bitches, they treated me just like that. So don't expect us to protect you when you get elbowed in the face. But when I started being soft and feminine and I got hit in the nose, that's when they came to my aid and threw the dude out the gym. It was a different response. I didn't tell those guys, what are you fucking doing? Be a man. Be a man. They would have been like, this bitch is crazy. That's what they would have said. That's what they would have said. Dang, Rachel Arshana, do any of y'all want to comment on what she just said about the protection from the black man?
Well,
She didn't mean it
I think
physically.
that's defamation, really, because they had just came to the scene. They didn't see anything. If you look at it, they look shocked. They look shocked. And those guys were interviewed. That's really defamation, like trying to accuse them of not helping because they did help. They stayed with her until the ambulance came, till the police came. Matter of fact, let me backtrack. They called the police. They were the ones that called the police. So that's kind of, to me, defamation.
Yeah, and I mean to say that
Go ahead, hon.
but these men stayed here with you. It's like anytime she knows she can get some type of sympathy from the crowd or whatever, she's gonna do it. Even if she's fighting everybody in the crowd, by the time she gets on camera, it's no one helped me. No one helped me. They let me get beat up. It's like she knows when to press record on that camera. I'll tell you that.
Guys, I want you guys to remember that, there are a lot of dangerous black men and women out there. There really is. There might be more dangerous men out there, but what I'm saying is when you are an aggressive person that likes to drink and likes to party, and when you drink, you become an aggressive man, you gotta pause on the drinking. If everybody remembers her ex-fiance, last time he was on my panel, he said she promised me that she would put the bottle down. That was in February. Yet, she's been getting in trouble ever since for not putting that bottle down. She made a promise that she didn't keep. Her ex-fiance said, I still want my $5,000 ring back. That's probably gone. Pawn. That's gone. So what I'm saying, guys, is he corroborated a lot of what we said. I said, sir, when she got drunk with you, when she was out there with you and wherever they were at, the islands, what did she do? She got into it with my friend's girlfriend. It was physical. Then after she got into the fight, she got mad at him for not protecting her. It's the same behavior. Like, guys, I know a lot of beautiful women personally that don't go through half of what she goes through. How you carry yourself, the aura that you put out in the atmosphere is what you're gonna get back. If you feel like you're demanding to be in the store or demanding to be at the Hilton, they're not gonna treat you like you're Queen Elizabeth. You're gonna get treated like a slave, Harriet Tubman. They're not gonna let that fly out here in America. This is not where you're from. This is America. They don't play that. and that aggressiveness and recording when it's getting hot, just so you can corroborate how crazy you are, that doesn't make it better. This woman has had so many run-ins with stores and clubs and bar. Guys, at what point is Rhoda going to say, you know what? I'm the problem and I need to fix it. Let me go to this meeting and work on my alcohol problem. Let me go to this and work on being a better person. This ain't because she's a Somalian, an African, a Muslim, or a lesbian. That's not why they're doing this to her. It's because of how she carries herself and how she acts in public when she has liquor in her system. Everybody can attest to her acting crazy. But none of these feminists and pack of wolves and hyenas are going to hold her accountable because she's a woman. And they actually said that women have been the most disrespected for years. That is a lie. Women have all the power. It has changed. Rhoda has so much power that she got these people believing that this really happened. They didn't even want to care to see if the facts were factual. They just believed a post with a man's face and her saying, thank God. Then they believed the text thread. They believed the text thread, y'all. My question is, why did it take this long for you to drop all this tea? Was it because you had fire under you? Because, guys, I've been on her since it happened. I have not stood down yet. And as it got hotter for her, that's when y'all had more. I don't know why I'm doing this. Here's my medical records. I don't know why I'm doing this. Here's the police report. I don't know why I'm doing this. Here's the update on GoFundMe. I did that. As a Black woman, we have to hold our Black women accountable. Our Black men need us. They need us. They don't want to be against us. But ladies, you cannot ask a man to protect you when you are an aggressive hyena. They will not protect you. You're too loud.
Exactly.
You're too wild. You're too aggressive. That's their job. Their job is to be aggressive. A male lion is aggressive. The woman gets behind him. The kids are behind her. That is how you lead. You women want to be in front until it's convenient. Then you get behind so he can take the hit. That is not love. One thing that Rhoda said, I'm a quote her on this. She said, criticizing people means you love them. So you're mad at me for criticizing you for lying. You're not taking it as love. See, it's only criticism when you're giving it to someone. But when they're giving it back to you, it's now hate. It's now you're jealous. Y'all can say what y'all want. I'm not jealous of Rhoda, not one bit. I have a husband, a real husband, not Facebook, but real husband. I was engaged and then I got married. I'm nobody's baby mama. And I'm also educated. Me and Rhoda have the same amount of degrees. No, I think she has one master's. I have two. I finished every degree I started, I finished. And I'm not drowning in debt. So what I'm trying to say to Rhoda is, there's nothing you got that I want. What I want you to do is fix your behavior and fix how you act. And if you did leave Austin, like you told everyone you did, because you got a big mouth, what I'm telling y'all is when she said people are doxing her, you're telling them all your business. I work at the university, academica. She's talking too much. They told me I could get to go back home in 7 days. So that means Sunday I get to go back home. Who would say that on a podcast, y'all, if they're scared of their life? I can't make this up. She just told y'all she was scared to leave the house, a house that she hasn't been in. You got to make this make sense. The cops don't want me at my house, but you went live on your Instagram and your sister came over with food. I can't make this up, y'all. But even though you said that you're scared for your life, why would you tell people that you get to go back home on Sunday? Why would you tell people that? Oh, they're calling my son school. They're saying they want to have sex with my son. All of these statements can be verified. But what do women do? Oh, my goodness. Let me go to GoFundMe. What do they do? Okay, GoFundMe. Let me go and make a... Okay, go. They sent you what in the mail? GoFundMe. What did that Black man do there? GoFundMe. That's all it's about. Her story gets worse and worse. I'm beat up every day, guys.
Oh, shit.
So that's why a lot of people are getting frustrated because her story changes and then everything she does ends with a Black man. Let me tell y'all something tonight. Like I tell y'all every day, every panel, I always bring it up. I went through domestic violence. She didn't go through half of what I went through. That little lump was nothing compared to what I got. I didn't see you get stabbed. I didn't see you get choked or pushed down the stairs. I didn't see any of that. I didn't see black eyes, busted lips. That's what I had. And I never once went on Facebook. Facebook was around when this happened. I didn't want no sympathy because I could have easily left. I was too scared and finally got the courage. Finally became that aggressive hyena and dialed the right number. Come get this man. I'm tired of suffering. I don't want to die. It took 3.5 years to do that. I should have did it in the first 6 months. First time he put his hands on me, I should have did it. But I thought it'd get better. I was young thinking this. I wasn't in my 30s. I was very young, early 20s. And you think it's going to get better. It doesn't. It gets worse. And even though this black man changed my life, because I never experienced being hurt, I outgrew that. And I still married me a black man who has never put his hands on me. Never. And there were times where I got out of line and he'd just give me that look like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. And we still made it work. But I never want to disrespect black men because of a black man. What Rhoda does, all black men are bad. And then you say that you don't like white men, Rhoda, but I got a picture of you with one. And you were smiling and he was too. Y'all look happy together. Something ain't adding up. Y'all got to stop believing everybody what they say. Oh, I don't deal with these people. Yes, you do. You deal with them. They were probably your clients back in the day because they pay the most, don't they? See, when you're on social media talking about sex work, all that gets out. I want y'all to remember, anything you post publicly is fair game. So if you talk about supporting sex workers, hey, yes, bitch, then we can talk about it. We can talk about it. That's not defamation. So I need y'all to understand tonight that I let y'all hear all the tea. Allen said he did not hit this woman. At the beginning of that podcast, he said, you're really strong on this stance that she never got hit with a brick because a lot of people are saying she didn't. There was no brick to be found to this day. No brick, no surveillance. She just said it's going to take a long time because she wants y'all to forget about it. That's the whole goal. Eventually, they'll Carly Russell me too, and they'll forget, not me. I can't forget about this, y'all. I need this wrapped up. I do. And I missed the call from the detective. And I'm going to call her back in the morning because I want justice for the black men who were accused and never did a damn thing but be black. That's all they did. So anybody quoting NBC, please add black to it. There is a difference. One is the real NBC. The other one is a vertical. It's like getting a lace wig that has Remy and a lace wig that's Toyokalon. They both wigs, but one is cheap as fuck. One you never really get, right? So what I'm saying to you women is you can quote all the websites you want, but NBC Black to me is 2 women running it. That was an assignment they did. And they decided to do it with Rhoda. And the way they work is you tell me what happened and we're going to write it. They didn't say we spoke to detective blah, blah, blah. I spoke to her. They didn't say we spoke to this person from Houston PD. Every news article says we reached out and we haven't heard back. Am I right? Everybody on panel, am I right? They never ended. They never ended the
Hit the
article
nail
with
on the
that.
head.
Yep,
Their
and all
article
the
said,
statements was she said.
their article was, yes. If you look at their motto, they report opinions and perspectives from the black person. That's their motto. That is not regular news, y'all. That means that a white person won't even see it. Y'all get what I'm saying? So y'all can sit here and listen to Conscious Lee say NBC broke the news. No, they didn't. She showed them the same bogus police report that we saw and the same medical records on GoFundMe that we saw. We saw it before NBC Black. So give me the credit. We all saw it first. I pointed out how she said she was almost kidnapped. But NBC Black didn't even ask her that. That's the thing with women. When they know something is a lie, they're still supported because we're women and we have to stick together. We will never grow that way, y'all. Today, me, Shauna, and Gail, and Rachel, we watched a man get dismantled by women. He came on there with such a calm, smooth pizzazz. He was like, ladies, this is my question. You're attacking all men, and I'm not that type of man. I hang around with men that have no records. We love, and then they started attacking. And what are you saying? We don't know you. Guys, they attacked this man. He was like, whoa, I'm being calm. No, you're not. You're trying to get our sentence down. These women were angry.
Dogs holler.
Guys, and they kicked him off. They kicked him off the panel and said, you can't talk no more. How dare you try to get our sentence down? How dare y'all? They went in on this man and he was so calm. It broke my heart that this man went. All he was saying was, we're not all like that guy she's alleging hit her with the brick. There's a lot of great men that love black women. And so again, that just proved why men are going overseas. Right there. You didn't even let the man get his vowels out before you attacked him. But you say I'm unhinged, right? I let people speak on my panel, all races, Iraqi. I don't care who you are. You can speak. You have a voice here. So I want to say this tonight, and I'm going to warn you bloggers and you people that have your own channels. If you don't want a problem, do not mention my name. And I'm asking that in the most sincerest way. Do not mention my name. And don't sit there and go around saying that I just pick things to attack people and dox them. If anybody knows me, I don't do that. If I'm in a group that we're allowed to talk in and you say something about getting someone fired, I have every right to ask a question. Y'all should love what I do because it could be your baby daddy. It could be your dad. It could be somebody in your family that's being accused. And here I am trying to help. They talked about all the bad that I did, but they never mentioned the good that I did. They didn't even mention the GoFundMe of Alicia Nelson. But they love to attack my character. She just goes into groups and tries to get people in trouble, and she looks for trouble and doxes them. Is that what I do, you guys? That ain't what I do. That's not what I do. I actually care about people, but you're not going to get away with bashing men or women in groups. That's how I get down. And even though I've been really focused on this case, I have been getting people in groups too. I've been doing both. I just haven't posted it. It's not my concern right now. My concern is this Black woman this Muslim woman, this Somalian woman being held accountable for lying. She said that Somalians, Africans, she said a bunch of people are after her. That's my whole life. It ain't my life. I'm the most hated person on social media. And I've never had anything happen to me like her. Why? I'm worse. Because people hate accountability. They love lies, but they hate accountability. So why is she always getting beat up and I'm unscathed? It ain't adding up, you guys. You got to start using your head. Ask yourself why Cynthia G hasn't been touched. You got people that's worse in this atmosphere who haven't even had an altercation. But this woman can't go to the Dollar Tree without having racism done to her. She can't go to the Hilton without being accused of smoking weed when that's in your nature. Are you shocked? You always smoke weed. This ain't new. That's like Snoop Dogg saying, I did not smoke weed. We'll all start laughing. Come on, Snoop. Snoop. Like
Come
Snoop.
on, bro.
Come on, Snoop. Every video Rhoda has, there's weed in it.
Don't do that.
So come on, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all all a chance to speak. I told you guys that I would lay off this case, but now I can't because she's been talking about it, and I can't just let her talk about me and I don't have a rebuttal. So all this tea that I dropped for you guys, it will be on my Twitter. Twitter allows you to be a little freer than TikTok would ever allow, right? So even though my TikTok is gone, bye to the celebrity page. Hope you guys enjoyed the ride. The Queen of Accountability is my new TikTok handle. And I'm still going to post all my receipts there until they shut me down again. I don't care. That doesn't bother me because you guys already took the screenshots, right? Okay, so I'm going to start with Miss. No, not you, Shauna. You last. I'm going to start with, I'll start with Jay Lethal, Daquan, and then Shauna. Go ahead, boo.
All right. I just want to say for letting me come on to the panel, and I appreciate what you're doing. And if I'm not mistaken, are you the same person that got that nurse fired when she said she would have killed Kevin Samuels?
I sure am. And she was a Karen. No, was she no? No, she was Black. I got two nurses fired. I got a Karen fired and I got a Black woman fired. So the
I think
Kevin Samuels
it
one
was a Black woman because I
the white
remember
woman said she wouldn't help nobody if they were dying. I believe the white woman said she would not help any Black people if they came into her ER dying. I got her fired too. And then they had to investigate all her cases. But go ahead, hon. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Yeah, just giving you your flowers. I want to reiterate from the footage I found, Daphne. I went all the way back to 2017 with this woman. She does not act like this in Somalia, and I believe that this needs to be one of the main focal points of the conversation. She's flicking on her dysfunction on and off like a light switch. It's just like when a kid goes away from the parents, now they're acting up around other wild kids, but when the parent comes back, they straighten up and tighten up their act. I have the proof to show that in 2018, she was fully dressed, standing in front of the Somali flag in Somalia. She was gathering the juices and berries. She was a hunter gatherer, and when she came to America, literally 2 years later, 2020, she has her literal nipples out, literally showing her breasts, literally talking about being openly queer. It's strategic. And so that's what I don't hear too many people focusing on is this is not a Black American issue. And some people will say, well, oh, what are you talking about? We're all Black. That's not what everyone believes. Okay. I'll just put it like that. I don't know how people feel over here. I don't want to change anybody's doctrine because, a lot of people feel like we're African American. And so we're just part of one big Africa. I'm telling you for a fact, people, that is not how every person from Africa believes. Now, a person like Nipsey Hussle, yeah, they come here and they love us. But a person like this woman, she is purposely coming here and just boo-booing everywhere on purpose. She's calling herself a Muslim queer. This is literally calling yourself a black white person, or to call yourself a Muslim and a queer is literally the most oxymoronic thing to say. And then here's one last thing I also need to say. In the Quran, there's multiple scriptures, not that not saying anything personal, but there's a bunch of scriptures in the Quran that tell you when the woman is disobedient, that to physically strike her. I'm not saying anything is my support or my denial of that. That's in the book that she claims to follow. She claims to be a Muslim, but she would never act like that. And Daphne, last thing I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you the receipts of her pictures in Somalia, and I want you to juxtapose how that is, how she speaks about the men from Somalia. She's over there clapping and doing their tribal dances. She's literally petting the goats. She has a whole burqa on her head. I have footage of this woman with a burqa on her head, and in 150-degree weather, she's wearing clothes on top of a comforter. Then she gets to America and she's immediate. Did you know that hotel video where she called a black woman a bitch? Forgive my language, but in that hotel video where she was smoking weed, and I've been kicked out of hotels for smoking weed. That's how I know she was doing it. She called the black woman who was doing her job a bitch and a coon-ass bitch. And I'm wondering how the black woman who supported her GoFundMe feel about that. Because surely a lot of them are Cynthia G, and I don't want to mention other people's, but a lot of people are literally hate black men. Okay, fair enough. Well, how do you feel that this woman called a black hardworking hotel clerk who probably is a single mother in every other box that you want to check, she called her a bitch on camera for simply enforcing the rules of her job? Nobody says anything about these type of things. But I want to say this last thing and I'm gone. I'm landing my plane right now. That the Somalian and American conversation needs to be had, because I told you, Daphne, when I went to the location, all of the people who worked there, none of them were black American. The picture, and we don't have to talk about it, but the picture that she put out and said the man threw this brick, that man is not a black American either. No one involved in this is black American, yet she uses the code word of niggas didn't do anything to help me. She wouldn't be in Somalia, and they throw bricks at you in Somalia, believe it or not, for lesbianism. Ironically, there's cases in Somalia where women have been stoned for lesbianism. So let's just say something like this happened in Somalia. She would never get on the camera and be like, these Somalian men, and point them out. There's not one country out of the 56 countries in Africa that this woman is willing to place that on their men. She would never place it on Nigerian men. She loves Steve and the Nigerian men. She wouldn't say, oh, these Rwandan men didn't do anything. She only came here because she knows this is the land of Babylon and confusion. She knows she could come here and say these niggas, AKA these black Americans, because when you see them, they had do-rags on. You have to be a private investigator to find out those men in that video weren't black American. They had do-rags. And so when you see niggas in America through a brick, you automatically think about us. And it's not fair, out of everything else that we've been through, to now make us go through this. And then the women who were mad at us for investigating, hell, I'm going to say this as a black man. If the video does come out that she was hit in the head with a brick for denying a man's number, then I will get on my knees and do a 7-hour stream and apologize, playing Beyonce the whole time. Because I've never said that it didn't happen. I said I didn't believe, due to her past, her credibility is in question. If she was in the court of law, they would pull up her past. When you go there, they want to know your criminal history and all this. We need to know this woman's past, because all we have is her word of mouth. They've had people like Dr. Umar Johnson. He called for the death of black men. I'm gonna call him out. My Son, the rapper, he called for the death of black men. Willie D, he has almost 900,000 subscribers here. Willie D from the Houston Ghetto Boys. He called for the death of black men that so-called stood around. Right after it happened, all three of those men have 1 million subscribers each. They all said the black men who did it and the black men who stood around didn't do nothing. We need to bring them out and bring them and kill them. They all said that on their platform. None of those men, Dr. Umar blocked me. after I told him that he was wrong for that and I wanted to debate him on that. Dr. Umar fucking blocked me last week. Forgive me. But these black men who are supposed to be, now remember what happened to Brother Polite and all these other Nature Boy, they're gone. Where's the black man that's going to stand truth to power and hold everybody accountable? And if you go on my channel, I'm holding these rappers accountable. It's not just about black women. You got these rappers who are going to the graveyard and making songs at their ops funeral. They're shooting up the funeral and making songs about it. So we have a lot of dysfunction in the black community. And when it comes to people like Daphne, yes, she's harsh and all that. I feel that rah-rah energy. And there's a saying by James Baldwin. He said, if to be black and to be in America and to be relatively even aware of the bullshit that were going on, that means that you have to be in a state of uproar damn near all the time. If you are black and you know that this house is on fire and you're not screaming, there's something wrong with you. Don't tell Daphne to lower her voice. There's something wrong with you if you don't see this house is on fire. And that's all I got to say.
You said, man, you landed the plane and you took off again and landed the plane again. So and so I wanna elaborate a little bit on what you said there. You said that if it comes out that she's telling the truth, you're gonna get on your knees. Like, that's you. This is the thing. If you're telling the truth, it will be the truth on the 3rd of September all the way to today. Her truth did not stand tall. And one thing I was taught is when you lie, you continue to lie, and her story continued to change. I'm still not going to apologize if they just pick a guy out of the litter and say, he did it, because it took y'all 3 weeks to find this man. All these lies that she told you, the fake doctored medical records, all of that didn't make sense. None of that. You didn't get the footage and you didn't just see it happen outside. She was able to film outside. So too many things happen where most assaults, it wouldn't have moved like that. Again, the woman in Brooklyn, they found her dude in 24 hours. They gave a description to the public because the man was crazy. But this time, you kept us in the dark until Daphne started reporting every day on the story. Then when you were hearing me talking to the police, it made you work harder. Okay, shoot, we got to give them a name. I think his name is Arlen. That's all it was. I'm still not apologizing because if you told the truth from day one, we wouldn't be here on day 19. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here if you told the truth from jump. If I told you I went to the candy store on Monday, that should be the same truth from today to 3 weeks from now. But if you went from the candy store to going to get you some weed, getting you some liquor, getting you some booty, going to shoot hoops, how do you miss all that? The first time. That's the way I was raised. I will never say I'm sorry. I would say next time, tell the fucking truth from day one. The reason why I know she's not telling the truth. She sat up there and told these gullible hyenas in 2020 she was defending black women. And I just showed y'all right now. I let y'all hear it. She said, and you trying to beat me up because I'm 30 and I'm trying to be a doctor? These niggas beat me up. These niggas beat me up for nothing. For nothing. You said you were defending a black woman. So she's lying 3 years ago. Why should I believe her today? And one of the witnesses just told y'all that's not what happened. A female security guard had to contain her. And she lost. That's all it was. It was a woman. So again, when you said that kind of hurt my feelings that you said that, because ain't no black man gonna get on his knees and say, I'm sorry. You were telling the truth. You just told it in 30 different ways. That's not the way I was raised. If this woman was truly assaulted with a brick, that would have been her story each time. Do y'all need to hear the 6 versions again? Do I need to pull out those 6 versions? Because I do that shit. Do we need to hear the 6 versions again? Because when you lie, it ain't 6 versions of that lie. Y'all sure I ain't got to pull it out?
No, I get
100%.
Okay.
And now I was obviously exaggerating by getting on my knees.
No,
What
you
I'm
scared
saying
me,
is,
man. You scared.
No.
I
mean, obviously, but what my point.
No.
I'm sorry to cut you off. My point was just simply this, and like I got to go anyway. But my point, and thank you for letting me on the stream. My point was simply that black men, speaking as a black man, none of us have ever condoned throwing a brick to begin with. That was the whole narrative. Was like that. She even said it on her post. This is a culture within the black men. No, it's not. Any black man I've ever asked, we don't throw bricks for not getting numbers. So what I'm saying is, if the footage comes out that some lone nigga threw a brick for not getting the number, yeah, I'm gonna blast it all over my page. I'm gonna say, look how wrong this is. Who is this nigga? I'm gonna go in on the nigga now, or the man now, and I'm gonna say,
oh, can I stop you? So
if
they say that it was him that did it, you're gonna go in on him. You're not gonna question why it took 3 weeks. If you, mind you, she said that they stopped him from getting in the
Thank
car. She had time to analyze this man's features. You only gave them a name. She told them on the podcast they have his name. You didn't say they have his name and description. They know what he looks like. We good. She gave them a name. On day one, she gave them no details. So forgive me. I still am not going to hold that man accountable because she should have held him accountable on day one and gave them everything on fucking day one. Y'all keep forgetting that last Wednesday and Thursday, I called the police. I gave them the report number and there was nothing on that bitch. Y'all heard the woman say there's nothing here. So everybody mute because this is why I get upset. Y'all act like I'm not showing y'all and giving y'all the receipts. Everybody heard that phone call. Do I need to go back and pull that call? On last Wednesday and Thursday, the woman said, there's nothing here. What do you expect us to do? We don't know who we're looking for. That would mean they don't have a description. You can't just give somebody a name. His name is Big Toe. Oh, okay. Let's go look for Big Toe, y'all. Nobody can do shit with that. Not even me. You can't just give me a name and expect me to find who it is. I need a description. She gave them nothing as of last Wednesday and Thursday, and I dropped those receipts for y'all. What are y'all waiting for? On Friday is when the detective got the case. On Friday. On Wednesdays when I dropped the call where she said there was nothing, and she laughed. I said, "Ma'am, what can we do for Rhoda since there's no description?" She said, "Pray for her." Do y'all remember that? I laughed my ass off. The police lady said, "Pray for her." That was Wednesday. Thursday morning at 5:33 a.m. The GoFundMe update. He's been confirmed. He's been identified. That was right after I dropped that Wednesday call. So I called on Thursday afternoon and spoke to the same lady. And she said there was still nothing on the report. What are y'all not getting? And then on September the 18th, when I inquired online and paid $10, I paid $10. They said that it's ongoing investigation because there are no arrests. That was September 18th. So if the man has been identified and confirmed as of Thursday, what the fuck are you waiting for? It to rain? It to snow? So I don't care if they say this was him. I'm gonna assume he's the scapegoat. Probably has a clean record.
Oh,
they don't have no evidence, so they give him a petty misdemeanor because they can't prove it. It happened 3 weeks ago. No DNA. So they might give him a slap on the wrist. This man could be taking a fall. There's nothing you can say to me to make me believe that she was really assaulted by that man. Y'all can go ahead and go with the narrative. I'm not. Moving on. Go ahead, Prime. You're on.
I wanted to say something to him before he left, but go ahead.
No,
I hope he doesn't
okay, hold on,
leave.
Prime. No, go, Shauna, because I want this to be in the moment. Because one thing I don't like,
okay.
I'm going to tell y'all a pet peeve of mine. Hold on, Shauna.
Okay.
I'm going to tell y'all a quick pet peeve of mine. When I show you the receipts and y'all forget what the fuck I showed you. I want to remind you one more time. I caught them last Wednesday. I recorded the call and dropped the tea. It is on my YouTube right now. The woman said it is an empty report. There ain't nothing here. What do you want us to do? Pray for her. Okay. Thursday morning, 5:33. He's been identified, confirmed. I put that heat on him on Wednesday. So now they had to put something on GoFundMe, right? Then Thursday afternoon, after the GoFundMe, I called the same lady. Still nothing, Daphne. Like, stop calling. Friday, the detective gets the case. So it's like every day I dropped a new receipt, they did something new. So if y'all don't see the pattern, then don't follow me. Please unsubscribe. Go ahead, Shauna.
I just wanted to address the beginning of what he was saying. I do feel you. What really got my gears grinding, and at the beginning, I think I've said this, is when she was going around slapping white men, and then the caption was reparations. I'm heavily involved in the reparations movement, and I found that to be very disrespectful. What we call that, what she's doing, stepping in and out of cultural, you could say, she's cloaks herself in blackness. That's what that is. So it is a conversation to be had where we should be protecting our lineage and not get grouped all together. So I do agree with you on that.
Okay, cool. Did you want to respond to that? Because I know I heard I seen you trying to get a vowel out, and I kept talking.
No. It's your platform. It's your world. I just want to let you know, like, I guess what I was being facetious, saying the only way I will believe her is if I see that camera footage that I went out to see. Because like I said, the dude that she said did it, I'm with you. I just did a stream saying this nigga might be a scammer here to take, another non-black American scammer here to take the charge. I'm literally with you. I just want you to know I'm literally saying in the 1.0001% chance that we see with our eyes the non-artificial intelligence high definition footage of him throwing a brick for her simply saying no thank you. If we see that video, yes, I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, that's fucked up, and I'm gonna play that on my platform. What I'm trying to say is it's impossible because all the things you already said. It's impossible for that to happen anyway.
Sorry, guys. Y'all can call me all the names you want. I don't give a fuck if they pull the footage and it shows her being attacked. If that was the case, that footage should have been pulled on day one. I'm going to want to know why it took the cops 3 weeks to get the footage. Anytime you say you were assaulted and you go to a location where there's cameras, by law, they have to request the CCTV. By law, because the camera don't lie. People do. The camera don't lie. People do. So if you're telling me that after 3 weeks, they finally went and got the footage, even though they had the location a week ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever it would have been, why did it take so long for y'all to review the footage? It takes a day for you to ask for it. Hold on. So what I'm saying, Jay Lethal, is you keep saying, okay, I'm not saying shit. I'm going to say next time, get all that shit on day one. Don't drag it out for 3 weeks and wait for a black woman to put the fire under you to do your fucking job. That's what I'm going to say. Because I know how assault works here in Chicago. If you are assaulted and there's a camera, that's the first thing they go into. That'll solve the case within a day. Why drag it out for 3 weeks, y'all? So I don't give a fuck if it is him on camera. It shouldn't have taken 3 weeks. Tell me that shit on day one. Don't leave us in mystery. Oh, I think his name is Alan. He wore a suit. I think he works at a restaurant. It was bits and pieces when they could have got it off the camera. Do you hear what I'm saying, Jay Lethal?
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm more with you than you think on this subject.
No, you scared me, Jay Lethal. I don't think we're on the same page, bro. This is the page you're on. Okay. Hold on, Jay Lethal. This is the page that you're on. If I get robbed today and I got cameras in the front and I tell the police I got robbed and it takes them 3 weeks. So if you got robbed on Monday, Jay Lethal, and the cops wait 3 weeks to get the footage, would you be happy?
Of course not, I wouldn't be happy.
You're going to want to know why they didn't get it on day one, right?
Right.
Okay, so why would this take 3 weeks to get a face when they could have did that shit on day one, day two, day three, hell, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Come on, Jay Lethal. What's not registering, baby? What's not registering?
I swear I get what you're saying because I literally just did a stream exposing the dude for probably being a liar. So that's why I'm telling you, I don't believe it happened. I'm still with you. I'm with you. I do not believe it happened. I'm saying if Joshua, I'm a grown man. If I see a footage of a woman getting hit with a brick and it happens to be Rhoda and it comes out, I'm going to make a stream about it. You can be mad at me or call me a coon, but that's me personally.
Oh, wow. Wait, Jay Lethal.
No, whatever the word is, whatever the word is.
What? Why would you say I would call you that? That's your thing. If it comes out like that and that is him on the video, I'm going to call out the Houston Police Department because they played us and they played me and they lied. So hold on, Jay Lethal. While you're doing a stream on, hey, Rhoda wasn't lying. Yeah, you do that. I'm going to say, why did the police take 3 weeks? Why did they tell me there was nothing on the report? Now I got the archives and I got the recordings. Now some people are going to lose their fucking job. And I'm getting the state police here involved. See, we're not on the same page, baby. Because this
they allowed this to go on.
Why can't I do both? Daphne, with respect,
didn't say both. Jay Lethal, you can't backtrack.
Why can't I do both?
You can't backtrack, Jay Lethal. Stand 10 toes. Stand 10 toes, baby. You said you would do a stream. Now you're saying that you'll call the police. That's not what you said at first, baby.
With respect,
stand 10 toes. Stand 10 toes, Jay Lethal.
I just want to say this. With respect, I live in Houston. I'm in the process of exposing the Houston Police Department because of the death. There's been 13 deaths in the Houston Police Department this year. I'm in the middle of exposing them. I'm an activist in my own right. So what I'm saying is just because I said I would use a portion of my platform to speak about, this is the brick lady and this is the update, that doesn't mean that I wouldn't use another portion of my platform.
Jay Lethal, you sound like and I want you to, don't take this personal, but you sound like the women I talk to. You just double back. You just double back and said you would use a portion of your platform. You didn't say that at first, sir. You didn't say that. You said you're going to stream it. That's it. Then when I told you I'm going to hold the police accountable, you double back. You did a U-turn. You have to stand 10 toes down and say, you know what, Daphne, you're right. I meant to say first I'm going to do this, but you're still acting like you said it at first, but you didn't. I need you to be with me on this. Listen, Jay Lethal, hold on.
Okay.
I
Okay.
like what you've been doing. I
Okay.
like
Thank
what
you.
you've been doing. One thing I can tell you is to be careful, because if this comes out that that is true what she said, which I still don't believe it because she said it in too many ways. I am going to hold the police department accountable. Y'all all heard me talk to that lady. You heard me. And if all y'all had to do was pull the footage, we could have solved this on after Labor Day on the 5th. And I would have been like, this woman was really assaulted. Let me show her. Let me share her GoFundMe, because now we got the proof. Somebody actually asked for the body cam. Where's that at? Usually they can look at the body cam and see what happened. The whole, we don't even know about the body cam. There's so many things missing in this assault case. If Rhoda was truly assaulted, CCTV takes seconds to get, not hours, not years, not days. If I got robbed on Monday and there's cameras across the street from my neighbors, they're going to go across the street that day. That solves the case. One thing detectives don't like is a case that's cold or ongoing. Their quota is closing cases. That's how they count. That gives them their percentage. I know how law enforcement works, baby. So what I'm saying is, in this predicament, if they drop the ball, I am holding them all accountable, and some people are losing their jobs because you lied to me. Y'all made me think this woman didn't do none of this stuff. While she's lying there, you were lying too. To do what? Prolong a case? That doesn't help your quota. What helps quota is closing the case and solving it. That's how they get not paid, but that helps their percentage. Most detectives don't have a high percentage of cases that they solve and close. They have cold cases. So what I'm saying, Jay Lethal, is if you're saying that there was cameras there, why is it taking 3 weeks to get the footage? They can email the footage. Everybody has a backup. So what I'm saying, guys, is if it turns out that it is that guy, I'm holding the police accountable because I'm only going off of them. I trust the police, what they say. I don't trust Rhoda. I can't trust. Would you trust a robber? Or would you trust a thief to be in your house overnight? No, because he steals. Or would you trust somebody that hasn't stolen? Right? They both could steal, but you trust the one that doesn't over the one that has a record. Am I right? So what I'm saying is, in this
Mhm.
capacity, I'm just gonna wait because I really feel like she lied and she's using somebody as a scapegoat. What I do know is when I told the detective that this man has a hit on him, she hung up on me.
Mm.
If it wasn't serious, she would have said, oh, okay, I get to it. She hung up on me. That made me mad. And then I didn't hear from her for 3 hours. I don't know what happened in them 3 hours. I just know I missed her call, y'all. And I'm going to keep y'all updated. I'm going to update everything on my YouTube, not on my other stuff, because they can get me on there. So all I'm saying is, Jay Lethal, you do what you do, man. And I'm not knocking you, but I wouldn't do this alone. You can't take Houston by yourself. It's dangerous. And when
I
you're
know
getting too
that.
close to crooked, that's when people come up missing. So
Yeah,
please just
dead
be
ass.
safe, man. Be
Yeah,
safe.
be safe. Get some more
Okay?
interviews from the people around there.
And
I'm
don't
going back over
and
there.
stand 10 toes. I like what you're doing. But if you're
Thank
gonna
you.
be somewhere, at least let me know where you're gonna be. So I'm your witness. At
Yes,
least let
ma'am.
me know where you're gonna be. Don't tackle this on your own, bro. Okay?
I
You are a
appreciate
black
you.
man and you have a lot of passion and you want accountability on both ends. I don't
Yes,
want you
ma'am.
doing this alone, okay?
Thank you. I
You cool,
appreciate
man.
y'all. I love y'all in the chat. I appreciate y'all letting me on. I gotta bounce, but I'm gonna be hearing y'all on the car. I gotta go get something before the store
Okay,
closes.
be
Thank you
safe.
though.
Be safe and you know how to reach me, okay? I'm gonna give you my
Yes,
number, Jay Lethal, okay?
yes, ma'am. I
All right,
appreciate
man.
you so much.
Okay, that's a strong black man, y'all. Okay?
Thank y'all. Bye bye.
Okay. Go ahead, Prime. Prime, go ahead and land your plane.
Okay. Yeah, y'all can hear me, right?
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. This this is just irritating me beyond belief. Like, how in the world can, like, I get it, like how you can how that shit like be a pet peeve because, like you said, over and over on the phone call with the police. I watched it. Well, I haven't watched. I heard the whole thing, and basically, like you said in the description, there was a whole basically debate. We didn't even know if the dude was black or not. People were saying, was he white, black, Asian? They said they didn't have anything, and I'm just sitting here like, so why would anything even be done if that's just how it was? And also another thing, if I ain't gonna hold you, if it came out that she actually did get hit, if some people could say I'm mean for this, but a part of me would still hold Rhoda accountable, mainly because why would you wait? September is almost over. You mean to tell me you let a dude running around that damn long and then changing the story, making it seem like he did something else? So the you just it's basically you giving wrong information about what the dude actually did, and that just makes the enemy seemed more plausible. So it's like, so what are we doing? So it's like so the whole thing is just so fucked, and it's just like why?
Money.
And huh? What'd
Money.
you say?
Why? Money. Money's the root
Oh
of
yeah,
all evil.
that too. Yeah, that. Yeah, I also believe there's those who uses it.
Yeah, that too. It's
Cause
evil. Period. You give it to
cause
her.
that,
You
cause,
give it to her, and she gonna do something evil.
'cause it's just like,
Next,
bro,
you might. Next,
you're
you might say. Next, you might say that she like somebody try to grab her, and she might go missing for a few weeks and be in the Virgin Islands again, having a great time with the 42,000. She went to the Virgin Islands at first with 50K. Why wouldn't this be any different? She might be close to a vacation time. This vacation money that y'all know her medical bills is 8 stacks, right? Why do you need 42,000? Okay. Go. Were you done, Prime? Can I move forward?
yeah, you can move forward. 'Cause I'm
Thank
still
you,
trying to.
dear. Hang in there, Daquan.
Yes, Queen.
Daquan, land your plane.
It's pretty much jet lag right about now. This shit right here is crazy. This is one of the most bogus stories by far that I've heard in my existence. I'm just baffled at everything that's transpired so far. The example that she set forward for whatever class of people she wants to claim that she's a part of. I'll say this again. I'm Muslim. I don't condone this. The woman that I will marry or person that I'm gonna be spending the rest of my life with, nah. Her characteristics, her demeanor, her personality, her mindset, just her overall insides, I can't deal with. Whatever you got on the outside, that's just a mirage of what you want to paint as a picture. I can see clearly what type of person you are. I'm praying for her son. I don't know about anybody else, but her child is the one that needs the most concern and awareness right now because she's not setting the proper example, raising a single, being a single mother and having her deal this type of mannerism into his persona. He don't need that kind of mindset around him. I'm just praying for him, and I just hope he's able to rebound from all of this because Lord knows I could only imagine the type of water he's gonna have to deal with, and she needs to understand the actions and everything that transpires. What you do can fall back on other people. So
Thanks.
I guess that's basically what I got to say in a
Okay.
nutshell.
Shauna, do you want to land your plane or you already landed?
I've landed. I can't see the chat. Did any people have any questions in the chat?
Yes, they said, "Are you single?" I'm just playing. They didn't say that. Look. She.
I'm a
But
player for life. I'm
I,
just playing.
what I want to say is, and I said this before, and nobody mentioned this either. I said that if Rhoda can admit that her story was not truthful from the very beginning, if she was attacked by women, like a lot of people are saying happened, and men were watching from a distance, and then after she got hurt, she came to that side of the where they were, and then started filming. Because it's convenient how she always films like after something has happened or right when it's at the cusp. We know with the Dollar Tree, we didn't know how it all started. She just put the caption, "Oh, we were speaking in our language," and someone said, "I'm telling the manager." We always hear about it when it's already at a 10. And most people, when they feel like there's racism, they start from when they first get in there and they're being treated wrong, they start recording right there. Okay, this might not go well. They don't go when everybody's yelling because we don't know what happened. I can't tell you if the Dollar Tree or the Hilton was a true event because of her character. But one thing I do know, y'all, if a black man was going around slapping women just for skits, and then he ended up getting shot and surviving and needed a GoFundMe, I can promise you guys, everyone would bring up the videos of him slapping women and say, "Why are we donating again? Maybe that's why he got shot." And y'all can't tell me that I'm wrong. Y'all can't tell me that I'm wrong tonight on this. If a black man was doing it and it was just a skit, women would say, "Why would he even do a skit like that? That is so harsh." Am I right, panel?
Yes, you are.
But we laugh at her
100%.
slapping white men because it's a white man. No, assault is never okay. I would never make up a skit doing domestic or doing an assault. Why are we doing it? What are we teaching someone? Reparations? Are you African American? Are you Somalian? Are you Muslim? What are you? But you're not gonna go around assaulting people and thinking that we think your character is bright and happy. Why would you want your son to see that? Why would you want him to think it's okay for people to just slap people? It's not. And even if those white men were in on it, she was doing that to get TikTok views. She was assaulting people for TikTok views. But if a man did it, they would want him off of the platform. TikTok will probably, my thing is, how did it stay on TikTok? That's violence. They take down my text receipts for violence, but they thought her slapping a man was okay. Instagram, they're soft too. That's assault. Instagram don't know what's a skit and what's real. So what I'm saying, guys, is when a woman is doing the attack, it's okay. It's when it's flipped that it's not okay. And there are black men out there that was thrown in the fire because of this individual. We were all against each other. And I was still on the side of black men. And as a black woman, any woman that has a problem with me, 9 out of 10 times, they are single with kids. I'm sorry nobody married you. That is your fault. That's not my fault. I got me a black man. Well, then what? Why do? And this is what this is their comeback. You're married. Shouldn't you be catering to your husband? How you gonna tell me what I can do with my 24 hours? I am married. That don't mean that I'm gonna be stuck to my husband like glue. My husband is his own man. He does what he wants, and when he tells me to get off, I get off. When he tells me to drop him, I drop him. Get my freak on. That's my husband. But how y'all gonna tell me how I'm supposed to live my life? Because you gotta clock in every day. That's not my fault. But a lot of you women would be married if you shut up. You're aggressive, you're loud, and you're dangerous. Those are things that no men want to be around. Some of you women are acting like you're bad. You're acting like you're evil, but you're really not. Inside, you have a good heart. You just think this facade is what's going to get you the most views. It might get you views, but it won't get you respect from black men. They will use that against you. Oh, you that woman that be on TikTok talking about you don't need a man. Oh, good luck. Ladies, what you put out is what you're going to get back. Remember that. A lot of you guys have it in you to do better. A lot of you do. And just like I told Rhoda, if you apologize, Rhoda, I will help you with your attitude and your drinking. You're not the only person I've spoken to that couldn't put down a bottle. I got clients that put it on next to their bedside. Wake up and have a drink. They're truly alcoholics. And it's because they're suppressing something. What you're suppressing, Rhoda, is that you have a problem within you that you haven't healed from. And it's causing you to act out. And you drink to act like it doesn't exist. And all it does is it brings out demons that you don't need. Rhoda, you have a son. When are you going to stop doing these immature things? You're 33. I don't want to see a man or a woman unalive you because you can't control yourself. You have a son to live for, Rhoda. When are you going to grow up and be a woman and be a lady? I think if you were like the woman that was voting for Bernie Sanders, you would be attractive. You were so calm and poised, had 2 little braids. You were beautiful. Now you're a devil. You need to work on yourself, Rhoda, and you will get better results. You can't be walking the streets like everybody's looking at you. You're not that fly. You're not, because you're aggressive. Tone it down and you will be a great person. Get back into school and focus. 1 minute your doctor's note said you're clear to the 10th. Now you're saying you can't go back. Which one is it? You got to stop lying. Stand 10 toes down on your truth, Rhoda, and people will listen. But if you want men to protect you, give them something to protect. Right now, you're not there yet. And I will help you for free. I'll be your life coach for the year. And I guarantee you I could turn that aggression around. I guarantee you we could take some of the bass out of your voice and you'll be just fine. You'll make it. I think you should go into acting. And I know some people that can use an actress like you because you're good at crying and fake crying and going back to normal. You're good at rapping. You're a gangster bitch. There's some gangster bitch roles that they need. So I'm saying there's a lot you can do with your talent. This ain't it. So you guys can say what you want about me, but I do want women to grow and thrive. And I think Rhoda can be saved, but she has to want to be saved. Right now, she's living in her own bubble, and all these feminists are supporting this behavior. If she keeps this up, it ain't gonna be good for her. It ain't. You can't keep lying on people. They don't like to be lied on. And I just hope this case wraps up because I'm tired of it too. I really am. I want to move forward. I have so much stuff I could have showed y'all, but this is overpowering it because I want this woman to do better. And I want the money to go back to people who could pay their bills. You feel what I'm saying, y'all? And this is me being real. So a lot of people might not like me. That's fine. I'm going to still be the accountability queen until my husband tells me to wrap it up. Until then, I'm going to be me. And I hope that people understand that if you have a demon that you're fighting, drinking won't hide it or mask it. It's going to expose it. Some of you guys are still mad about something that someone did. I'm thinking that baby daddy might have really scarred her, but I've been through worse than than she went through. And I didn't have a kid. I knew not to have a kid. I was smart. It didn't take a degree for that. But what I'm telling y'all is you can always heal and overcome something traumatic. But drinking and Ativan and fentanyl, none of that is going to change that. It's just going to mask it and cover it up until it fades and you need more of it. Guys, we can do better. We can. And even if it turns out that he did it, like I said, it took too long for y'all to convince me. Too many lies. Rhoda has to learn how to stick to the truth and stick it that way and not go to social media. Because when you go on there, we can dismantle your story. That's what we're supposed to do, right? So all I'm saying, guys, is we cannot continue to blame men and women for our mistakes. We chose who we chose. Deal with it. You can't call them ain't shit if they already hit. They hit. So if they hit, then you ain't shit either. Y'all feel what I'm saying tonight? So everybody that's listening, I hope y'all heard my side. And I hope you guys heard the receipts that I came with that were already out there. The man said he didn't do it. So can y'all please stop sharing his picture and wait for the Houston police to drop the tea? Don't run with somebody's TikTok story. That's going to get you in court. Lawsuits are not cheap. They cost money. And if you don't got a good lawyer on your side, if you ain't got that money, I'm talking about thousands of dollars. Lawsuits are expensive and long. She don't got money to sue 100 people. We know she don't. She don't got $42,000 right now. So right now, what I would be doing if I was Rhoda is stop doing TikTok tours and worry about myself and come clean. If she came clean, I would have a high level of respect for this woman. If she came clean, I would remove all my stuff off my Instagram. I'm not going to say sorry. I'm not going to say, I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm not going to treat her like a victim. I'm going to still say I knew you was lying and post her apology. But if I can get an apology loud, I'll delete all that other stuff. I just want the apology. That's all I want. And then I'll delete everything I got if I can get that apology. It'll be worth all of that tea, all of those views. I don't do it for money. I do it to get the truth out. Y'all feel me? So, guys, I want to say thank you to everybody who attended. And I am going to be following this case, but not as heavy. When I call the detective tomorrow, I'll get some more information. If it's something I can share, I will. If I can't, I'll wait. But one thing I'm telling you guys is I know the way cops move when something has been solved. But when they don't have enough evidence, that's when it takes time. You cannot arrest somebody based off of hearsay. You need evidence. You need proof. You have to do it right the first time because you can't retry. So I'm trying to tell you guys that the law works like this. But one thing I learned in my life is if there's a camera, you can solve that shit a lot faster because cameras don't lie. People do. Remember that. Cameras don't lie. People do. If they had footage, you would have had it on day one. I don't want to hear that. I don't. Footage don't take 3 weeks, y'all. So I hope everybody heard my truth, and I hope you guys can take it easy on this man until you know what it really is. Please don't send him no more death threats. He has a kid and a wife. Please watch what you say. Going to jail over a stranger is not worth it. I promise you that, okay? I want you guys to be strong out there. And I know the police is not always clean either. I know that. And if they did mess up and fumble, we got them. Because I got receipts. Don't lie to me if you know something. And I know they can't tell me everything. I'd rather you tell me nothing than to give me something. It's up to you. I can ask you, and you can give me nothing or something. But if you give me something, stand 10 toes down on that something. I spoke to too many people, and I have too many recordings. Don't lie to me. I will hold the cops accountable too, y'all. I'm not scared of them. So I want you guys to remember that. If you're ever assaulted, don't go to social media, go to the police, keep a trail, and wait for due process. Then come out and tell us what you did, okay? I think that I think that we know a lot already right now, and now we just have to sit back and wait. I told the investigator all the new information I got today. She's aware of every live that this woman has done, and she has the link. On TikTok, you don't have to follow someone or have an account. If you type it in somewhere else and put the link, it'll show it if it's public. So I just want you guys to know that the cops are always watching and listening. And you got to be careful what you say. You got to be careful who you're putting on blast if you don't have the right evidence. Good luck. Okay? So with that being said, guys, I hope y'all have a good rest of your Thursday. Tomorrow we'll see what happens. But other than that, I want to thank everybody on the panel. Thank you everybody for supporting me. I appreciate y'all. And to those who think I'm loud and all this stuff, my husband loves it. I'm not aggressive with my husband. I know how to be soft, but this is how I speak. I've been loud my whole life. I just know how to tone it. I don't take this loud and go outside and say, you niggas ain't shit. I don't do that. But I'm naturally loud. Now, if I'm in the library, I don't speak because I know I'm loud. You feel me? My whisper is loud. You feel me? So we know what we can control, right? Control it. Some of y'all need to just shut up. And a lot of things will happen great in your life. No assaults, no hits. Shut up. No matter where you go in life, there's going to be someone that's not in their right mind. How you respond can determine how they react. Remember, how you respond is how they react. Bitch ass nigga, you might, no thank you, you good. Okay? So, guys, at the end of the day, thank you. If you follow me on Twitter, it's Celebrity. That's the last thing I got left with the celebrity name is my Twitter. That's the last standing thing. On Twitter, I will post the Island interview again, the interview about her GoFundMe, and I will post what she said about the case. All of that is public, so I can post it. It'll be on my Twitter, y'all, because they can't get me there. Okay? And I put a brick in front of it for a picture purpose, okay? So thank you guys. Daphne, will you expose this one woman I'm about to mention? Send it to me. If it's worth my time, I'll expose her. If it's not, I'm not doing it. Please don't think I am gonna just expose every single person y'all give to me. I give some energy and some I won't. I can't do this all by myself, y'all. I can't be the only woman out here doing it, but I can't just do it every 5 seconds. I would rather be helping women than putting them on blast. I'm telling y'all that as a truth. I don't want to do that all the time, right? So again, if you have a story and it's worth my time, I will look into it. But I can't promise you I'm going to be doing all this exposing. I'm one person. So Daquan, Prime, and Shauna, I thank you guys. Everybody in the chat, y'all have
Always
been
a pleasure.
amazing.
Thank you
Y'all
for
have been
everything.
I mean, thank you. Thank you to everybody who has supported me in this channel. You guys are appreciated, okay? With that being said,
Love
have
you
a good
very
night.
much.
And look where we at. 3 hours. See? Man. See, the last show I did was an hour. I did it. Okay, watch. Next time I'm gonna be
It's
short.
all right,
Okay, y'all.
Daphne. Go ahead.
No,
Get the bath
no,
water
you're
ready.
not.
We'll see you later.
All those beautiful black men and women in the comments, you guys are beautiful. If any of you
We're
guys
going
are
4 hours
single
next
and
time.
you need me to help you, Daquan is single. I know people
You
that are
already.
single.
I'm out
So
here. It's
any
good.
beautiful black women, any beautiful women in general, and men, if you need help finding love, reach out to me. I might have somebody you can start talking to. And I said talk, not hit. We ain't gonna have no sex
Hey,
yet. Okay,
hey.
take your time.
Understood. The
Read the
stages to
Bible, Daquan.
everything. We ain't gonna
Read the
go
Bible,
too
Daquan.
far out. Listen, I understand. Everything take time.
Coach Keith,
It's
man, you're gonna have to wait till I end this live, man, and listen to it. I'm not gonna reiterate why we did the show. But guys, again, I want y'all to have a good night. I'm about to go to my husband, who I love very much, who I'm married to, and I'm gonna love on my husband. I had a good day. Okay?
that
So
lucky.
y'all have a good night, okay?
All right, good
You
night.
too,
All
Queen.
right,
Have a
bye
good
bye.
Be
night,
safe,
baby.
big sis. You're going 4 hours next time.
That's a fact.